Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good evening and welcome inside the Jake at Louisiana High School. Mark Froning, Jim Ross bringing you basketball on a Tuesday night. Full night of basketball. We'll have Louisiana girls and boys against Bowling Green, plus game breaks later on from Pittsfield as the Saukeys take on the Griggsville Perry Tornadoes, as that is the big game, as you call it, in Pike County, Illinois, and it's happening tonight. And Stace and Martin will have coverage from that, game break coverage a little bit later on. But a full night of basketball, Louisiana Bowling Green, also a pretty big rivalry game here from the Jake. We'll talk about it when we start the pregame for you next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, The Pierre, The Mash-Offs, and Wood Smoke Meats.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids, but with an active lifestyle of sports come health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green, Clopton, and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Casey Sutton, certified athletic trainer with Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show on KJFM Radio.
And welcome back inside the Jake, getting ready for Louisiana and Bowling Green, girls then boys. And Jim Ross, kind of a rough start for both of these teams. Bowling Green at the Montgomery County tournament and Louisiana at the Monroe City tournament. Bowling Green built in a little relief into their schedule to get themselves to a respectable 3-4, but Louisiana sitting at 1-3. They graduated a lot and even have a couple of freshmen in the lineup.
Both teams have a lot of freshmen on their rosters, and Louisiana will play more of those freshmen than Bowling Green will. And you're right, they've both struggled early. Bowling Green has struggled on the offensive end unbelievably, and Louisiana just hasn't found their way yet. They're averaging 41 points a game, where Bowling Green's only averaging 26. But you're right, they're both looking to get the ship righted, and a couple of weaker opponents for Bowling Green with Veritas and the St. Louis Knights have helped them maybe get their ship going in the right direction. Louisiana, however, is yet to get that going the right way.
Yeah, their only win coming in Pleasant Hill against Pleasant Hill Western back on the 6th. They only have one more game after tonight before the Christmas break, and then it gets right back to it with the People's Bank and Trust shootout and then the Clopton Invitational.
Right, and both of these teams will play in the People's Bank shootout on the first night, which this year's on the 2nd of January. Bowling Green will play North Point out of Wentzville, and Louisiana will play Knox County, both boys and girls. And then on the 3rd, on Friday night, Ellsbury will take on Palmyra in a boys and girls affair, and Clopton joins the party this year as they will take on Highland in the nightcap. But yeah, Marion County Louisiana went into the Monroe City tournament thinking they could make some noise and got upset in the first round and then fell to Marion County in the consolation semifinal game. And so they just, they're just scrambling a little bit right now.
And that's something you might get with a younger team, a letdown after the hosts knock you into that consolation bracket. So I don't think there's any reason for alarm. I mean, it's still very early in the season. Plus, you do have that Christmas break to kind of get back in the gym or clear your head and work on things a little bit.
And it's not that Louisiana doesn't have some veterans, because they do. They have 3 seniors, but what they lost last year were the senior leaders, so they're looking for a leader right now, somebody the go-to person when they need a bucket, who's going to want the basketball. And so they're looking to find that person, and if they do, they've got enough talented players, they should be okay. Bowling Green, on the other hand, is they just haven't been able to put it in the basket.
No.
That's defensively they've been fine. They're only giving up 46 points a game, so that's not bad at all. But, man, the whole idea of this sport is to put the biscuit in the basket, and they have just had monumental struggles doing that. And with the exception of Sid Charlton, who's basically been their offense so far this year, they've got to get things going on the offensive end.
And I think Sid is going to have to be a 20 to 25 point scorer every night for Bowling Green to compete. And they're having trouble connecting with her down low. That's all your height. That's all your scoring. You got to get the ball to her. And it's just in the games that I've seen, they haven't been in sync. The passes have just been a little bit out of her reach or a little low. It makes it hard on a big player like that when the passes aren't crisp.
And as you mentioned, once they get past Christmas break, business picks up exponentially for both of them. And if they haven't got their acts together by then, it could make for a very long season for both teams.
It's Louisiana and Bowling Green tonight on Eagle 102 Sports. We'll take a break, come back with your keys to the game after this on KJFM.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Logan Agri-Service, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Grace and Grit Nutrition.
The Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And our keys to the game for Bowling Green and Louisiana. I think for Bowling Green, like I said, Sid Charlton's got to be in the 20s if they're going to have a chance. Louisiana, I think we're going to need a big game from Jordan Pedersen.
I agree, but the main thing that both these teams do a lot of is turn it over.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And if whichever team can cut the turnovers back down to a quote unquote normal level. I mean, even Louisiana last year they had a pretty good club last year, but we had games where they had 30 turnovers in a game. You can't do that. And both of these teams have kind of been in the 20s pretty much all year, and so if they can figure out how to take care of the basketball, get a little offense out of Sid, maybe get a little more offense out of Jordan, then we'll have a basketball game on our hands.
And a game where you might be able to get away with 20 turnovers is against a team that turns it over 20
might
times.
Be tonight.
Yeah, it might be the great equalizer here tonight. Those are our keys to the game. Starting lineups are coming up on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Pogue Chevy Buick in Hannibal, and White Insurance Agency.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starting lineups for tonight's matchup, the first of 3 games on Eagle 102 tonight. For the Bowling Green LadyCats, they're 3-4, coached by Mackenzie Epperson. They'll start a 5'7" senior, number 11, Brooke Hickerson. A freshman at 5'7", number 12, Avery Schumacher. A senior at 5'4", number 23, Diana Bibb gets the start. A senior at 5 foot, number 32, the secret weapon, Olivia Dawson. And a senior, 6 foot, number 34, Sydney Charlton, rounds out the starting 5. I call her the secret weapon because she's not been on any roster sheet in any program that we've gone to so far. For the Louisiana Lady Bulldogs, 1-3 on the season, coached by Derek Brandstetter. They'll start a senior guard, number 1, Jordan Pedersen. A freshman guard, number 2, Trinity Chapman gets the start. A freshman guard, number 4, Serenity Chapman. Number 15, a senior forward, Jalea Reese, and number 20, senior forward, Reese Womack gets the start tonight. So again, for Bowling Green, it's Hickerson, Schumacher, Bibb, Dawson, and Charlton. And for Louisiana, it's Pedersen, Chapman, Reese, and Womack.
Bowling Green on a 3-game winning streak, as Mark alluded to earlier, and Louisiana on a 2-game losing streak. So teams going in opposite directions as we get ready to go here tonight.
The teams are at the benches getting ready for on-court introductions. 8 minutes are on the clock. We'll take a break, come back with basketball after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Bill Allen Auction Services, Ackles Farm Market, Hayden's Motorsports, and Thiele's Garage.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Klarbrunn Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Discover Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana, open Wednesday through Sunday, with our lunch options until 4 p.m., including tenderloin, burgers, wrap options, and salads. Enjoy dinner favorites like the make-your-own pasta dish, lasagna, and red wine pot roast from 4 p.m. to close. We offer more than just pizza and Italian. There's something for everyone. When the weather is nice, dine on our beautiful patio. Now open Sundays from 11 to 2. Join us at Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana.
If it's not on the menu, we don't talk about it.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagles Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Bowling Green has been introduced. Louisiana being introduced to the crowd right now. Good crowd. I'm guessing it'll expand as we go along in this evening.
Say for a Tuesday night, pretty good weather out there today. Yesterday was crazy warm, like a Indian summer type thing. And then, of course, this weekend, what's it going to do? Be 40 degrees cooler than it was yesterday.
I don't like that.
Join in the fun, right?
I still have Christmas shopping to take care of. A lot.
Well,
of
the clock
Christmas.
is ticking,
yeah.
my friend. The
oh
clock
yeah.
is ticking.
Yeah. We're under a week now.
You like the pressure.
Yeah, that's what it is. In the center circle, it'll be Sydney Charlton for Bowling Green and Reese Womack for Louisiana. As the ball comes in from the far side, it goes up, and Louisiana wins it back. We're underway in the first of a doubleheader from the Jake. Over to the far side with it. That's Serenity Chapman. Works it down to the baseline. Trapped there. Kicks it near side. Womack back up top. Bounce pass to the free throw line. Trying to force one more down low. Ball loose. Taken away from Jalea Reese. And here comes Olivia Dawson up the floor for Bowling Green.
So just what we talked about, turnovers. The first possession is a turnover for Louisiana.
Bowling Green sets the offense. They try and work it down low. Ball almost knocked away from Sydney Charlton. They kick it back up top to Dawson. Bowling Green in their road blacks trimmed in red. Louisiana in their home whites trimmed in Bulldog red. And now a tip and a take going back the other way off the glass and in for the first 2 points. Trinity Chapman on the fast break.
And a turnover. Louisiana will press now. They play man-to-man, and they'll come out in a man press.
Ball knocked around and taken away. Serenity Chapman ends up with it. To the near side, here's Pedersen for three. That one rims out. Rebound comes to the near side, fought for, and Dawson picks it up, dribbles it off her foot, and goes back to Louisiana with 6:47 to go in the first.
Bowling Green playing a 2-3 zone and spreading out, and of course Louisiana trying to cut through the gaps if they can. They'll come out and press again on this next possession.
Yeah, that was obviously off of Dawson's foot, not a bounds, but they give it to Bowling Green. Here's Dawson across the line. Almost double dribble, gets it to Sydney Charlton out high and tied up by Jordan Pedersen. Good defensive play, and he'll stay with Bowling Green on the arrow.
Good pressure defense by Louisiana. As we talked, Bowling Green's had problems offensively, so that's what you do, pressure them and make them speed up as much as you can.
Charlton out high with it. Trying to force a pass, and it's taken away by Trinity Chapman. Pass across the lane off the glass. Pedersen puts it in for two, and it's 4-0 Louisiana.
Really nice look by Chapman, the freshman. Two freshmen, the sisters.
Bowling Green tried to work it down low, taken away by Louisiana. Pass was too far. Gets it back. Louisiana does. Chapman dribbles out on the far side. Here's Womack. Womack from the center of the lane gets that runner to go. First 2 points for Reese Womack.
4 turnovers for Bowling Green here in the early going.
Having trouble getting the ball in, and a timeout taken by Coach Epperson and the Bobcats with 5:46 to go. 6-0 Louisiana on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, New Cheese Pasta House, Sudsy Tub, and Griggsville Estates.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Bowling Green gets it in after the timeout. Dawson with it in the backcourt. Dribbles across the Bulldog logo. At center court over to the far side for Charlton. Through Schumacher, back up top for Dawson. Pass knocked away from Charlton. Schumacher picks it up. She's in trouble, gives it back to Sydney Charlton. Now for Olivia Dawson. Everything well beyond the perimeter right now.
Yeah, the pressure defense by Louisiana's has Bowling Green way out of their offensive set.
Here's Schumacher on the wing, back up top now for Hickerson. Hickerson to the near side for Dawson. She dribbles off that point, down to the low block, shot off the glass, good, and a foul.
Well, that was a good look. Yeah, a good look by Dawson. Charlton finishes, and she'll get an opportunity for a three-point play as a foul's on Pedersen, her first and the team's first.
Sydney hits this. It's a three-point game. And she does.
There's 3 or 25.
She'll need it. Under 5 minutes to play in the first. 6-3 Lady Dogs lead. Serenity Chapman with it on the far side. Trying to leave it for Trinity, and it's taken away by Dawson. Bounce pass across the lane, off the glass, and good. Avery Schumacher, her first points of the night. 1-point game.
Off a turnover, as we talked in the pregame.
Trinity to the near side. They work it down low. Jalea Reese, her pass to Pedersen is tipped by Charlton, and here comes Bowling Green, and almost an over and back after almost a travel. I don't know how they survived that.
Almost only counts in horseshoes, right?
Mm-hmm. Dawson dribbles through 2 players, but loses it to Womack. 1 player too many. Here's Pedersen out high. Jordan kicks it back. Now to Womack for 3. That one's good.
Reese a good 3-point shooter, and she'll have a green light all night.
5 points already. 3:48 to go in the first. 9-5 Louisiana. Here's Dawson trying to find some room. Passed it back for Schumacher. She's on the ground, and a tie-up. Yeah, you'd hate to waste your second timeout there.
Yeah, it's way too early in the game to do that. Take the jump ball and move on.
Gives it back to Louisiana with 3:33 to go in the quarter.
A couple of subs in for Louisiana. Looks like Nakia Griffith in, as well as Camry Ahart.
Serenity to the near side for Griffith. Work it down to Jalea Reese. She dribbles over to the wing. Back up top for Pedersen. She loads up for a pass to Griffith. Now backing around. The 3 is up. That one off the mark for Pedersen. Griffith, a good rebound. Pass to the near side. Serenity for 3, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Sydney Charlton for Bowling Green. 3 minutes to go in the first.
Might mention that Claire Bibb checked into the game during that dead ball.
And Schumacher travels. Another turnover back to Louisiana.
Number 7.
Get him out of the way early.
Yeah, back comes Womack and Chapman for Louisiana, along with Emerson Bradley with her first minutes of the night for the Lady Dogs.
So the only starter left in is Trinity Chapman. And she passes to Griffith on the near side. Skip pass to Womack. I guess she was a starter, but she came back in. Griffith One too many passes, but it works out as Trinity comes away with the ball. Chapman back up top for Griffith over to the far side. Womack, her pass was tipped into the corner and taken away by Hickerson for Bowling Green.
Pretty good ball movement by Louisiana, but they just kind of freak out every once in a while and throw it in a panic.
Into a
crowd.
Yeah. Here's Dawson. Stops. Kicks it back to Hickerson. Hickerson, far side to Schumacher. Tried to go back to Hickerson. She had turned away, and it's taken away by Louisiana. Minute 55 to go in the quarter. Back up top for Trinity Chapman over to the far side for Griffith. Bounce pass to the near side for Womack. Back to Trinity. Reese Womack again to Chapman. Down to the baseline, kick it back to Griffith. Now back up top to Chapman. She'll try the long-range three. It's good.
Got it.
Trinity Chapman.
Yeah, she's got 5 for the freshman. Good-looking jumper that time from about 21 feet.
Make it 12-5. They put that 3 on the wrong side on the scoreboard in-house.
They did.
Work it down low. Sydney Charlton is blocked and fouled. That's going to go against Camry Ahart.
And that'll send Sid back to the line for a couple of free throws. Trailing 12-5 with 1:13 to play here in the first. Number of subs waiting for Louisiana. Reese, Pedersen, and Chapman, they'll return.
As Sydney makes the first.
And she's doing the bulk of the scoring so far, as she's done pretty much all year, I believe.
And the second shot rims out, a little flat on that one. Louisiana with the rebound, and it's taken away.
Turnover number 5 for Louisiana.
Bounce pass back for Claire Bibb. Claire gets it down low. Trying to make some room. Hickerson hit the bottom of the rim. And out the back way with it was Womack. Pass was too long. They get it back to Womack for 3. It's short. Another offensive rebound by Serenity Chapman. She has the ball now for Louisiana. Dribbles back up top between the circles to the near side. Womack gives it back to Serenity, over to Trinity. Bounce pass down low. Womack gets it back, and she drains the 3.
Nice look that time on the cross-court pass and the kick out to Womack for the 3.
Yeah, good inside out from Jalea Reese.
Right.
To Reese Womack. Bibb in trouble, and a double team gets it to Dawson, and she's fouled by Jalea.
Be her first, team's third. No fouls for Bowling Green to this point.
Down to 5.2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Bibb gets it in to Charlton, gets it back, goes to the hoop.
Got a way to travel,
yeah,
too.
Offensive rebound. That shot no good by Hickerson, and that'll go to the end of the quarter. After 1, it's Louisiana 15, Bowling Green 6 from the Jake on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Emmerich Insurance Agency, People's Bank and Trust, Gambino's Eatery, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life, and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
15-6 after 1, Louisiana leading Bowling Green at Louisiana High School, and As we predicted, a lot of turnovers in that first quarter.
Yeah, 8 for Bowling Green, 5 for Louisiana. And I got to say, cheerleading is very popular in Louisiana. They have 13 cheerleaders. They only have 12 varsity basketball players.
That's right. And they go uncontested tonight in a turnover to start the second quarter.
Illegal pick, I believe, is going to be the call on Sid Charlton, I think.
I think you're right. And that's the first foul of the night for Bowling Green and first to the quarter. Skip pass to the near side. Here's Trinity over to the far side for Serenity. Back to Trinity Chapman. She has trouble. Has to put a little shoulder into Liv Dawson to get the ball back. Pedersen at the free throw line to the near side for Trinity. Skip pass to Serenity. Back to Trinity. As the Chapmans work the perimeter. Jalea Reese gives it back to Trinity. On the near point, she'll spot up the three and just a little short, and the rebound grabbed by Hickerson.
Had it online, just a little bit short. The two Chapman girls, just freshmen, and they've got a bright future.
Yes, they do. And they're coming into a good situation as freshmen with the veterans. You know, the last group, it was all freshmen when they started. And
right.
They had to build a program.
Literally, all freshmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6:52 to go. Turnover, Bowling Green gives it back to Louisiana. Neither team has scored yet here in the second quarter.
9 points, the biggest lead of the game for either team.
Serenity back to Trinity at the top of the key to the near side. Jalea Reese, center of the lane. Pedersen off the glass too hard. She got that pass low and couldn't readjust. Now she'll steal it back from two Bobcats. Go back to the baseline. Back to Trinity, and that one's short. You know, I have to feel if the weight room was set up, maybe Chapman hits that three. But they have everything torn down right now up here on the concourse.
Not any weights being lifted.
Thrown away by Bowling Green. Gives it back to Louisiana. 6:09 to go in the second.
Turnover 11 for Bowling Green.
The wrap is gone across the railing here. I'm guessing they're getting ready for a paint job or something here.
I would guess, and we're thankful for that wrap being gone because we can see the game now.
Yeah, we can actually sit
without having a broken neck.
Uh-huh. Here's Serenity from the far side for three off the mark this time. Brooke Hickerson the rebound. Gives it to Dawson. Pestered for a moment by Jalea Reese, and now she takes it across the line. And Jalea takes the pass away. Jalea to the hoop and in.
Good steal and finish by Reese.
Makes it 17-6. Timeout on the floor. 5:33 to go in the half on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Pikeland Motors, Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana, Community State Bank of Missouri, and Brewed Coffee House and Eatery.
Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green is right here for you and your family. No matter what stage of life you are in, better health starts with your primary care provider, the person who knows your health history and can connect you with the right specialist if needed. The Hannibal Regional Medical Group team of primary care providers are ready to help guide you on your path to better health, right here at home. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwallader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
Kind of interesting during that timeout. Louisiana only had the 5 on the floor involved in that timeout as this one goes off the glass and in for Charlton, and she's fouled again.
She's been able to post up inside and get the Louisiana defender on her front side hip and got the lob over the top, that time a bounce pass, and been able to convert it. The foul's on Pedersen, her second.
And the free throw good. Makes it 17-9. Louisiana turns it over.
Unforced error there, just carried the ball out in the front of the good Lord and everybody.
Dawson across the line. Bowling Green looking to get into double digits. Get it to Charlton, working against Pedersen, and it's taken away. Good defense by Pedersen, forced a bad pass. Serenity got the steal. To Womack, high off the glass, can't get it to go. And Sydney the rebound.
Yeah, Louisiana's missed, 2, maybe 3 layups now from point-blank range. And with Charlton, when she gets into post, you just got to play behind her and make her do something with the ball.
Dawson, as Reese goes down, that shot off the mark. Rebound all the way out to Bibb. Now to Hickerson. Hickerson work to the baseline, gets it back to Diana. Now to Dawson. Schumacher on the far point. And pass was out of the reach of Bibb. And another turnover by the LadyCats.
Just a bit outside, as Bob Euchre would say.
4:18 to go. Here's Trinity Chapman with it over to Serenity. Back to Trinity. Now for Pedersen to the near side for Reese Womack. Work it down low. Good passing. Kick out. Couldn't get the 3. Mishandled the pass. Back to Womack. Womack goes off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound now tied up by Sydney Charlton was Jalea Reese, and the arrow favors Louisiana.
Bowling Green in a 2-3 zone, and they're spread out quite a bit. They might be better served if they pack that in a little bit, because Louisiana's doing a pretty good job of penetrating the gaps. As Carly Dean comes in for the first time, Claire Bibb returns for Bowling Green as well.
Here's Jalea Reese off the inbound. Dribbles up top, gives it to Serenity to the near side. Womack back to Serenity. Now Trinity on the far point with it. Back to Womack. She works baseline, nothing there. Kicks it back out. Through Pedersen to Serenity. Now to Jalea Reese at the low post. Gets it to Pedersen. Shot good and a foul.
The ball was tipped, and Jordan was right place at the right time. Caught it, gets the bucket and the foul.
Back to a 10-point lead for Louisiana and a chance to tie their biggest lead of the night with the free throw. Ahart getting ready to check back in, as is Avery Schumacher.
The foul was on Brooke Hickerson, her first.
She checks out, as did Jalea Reese. 3:35 to go in the half, and the free throw was too long, and the rebound grabbed by Bibb, and she's fouled by Pedersen. That's her third.
It is her third, and that's just not a very smart foul, reaching around somebody, 74 feet from the other end. And she'll take a seat. Jalea Reese will return, and that'll be the last we'll see of Jordan Pedersen until the second half, I'm sure.
Probably.
Maybe the end of the third quarter, right?
I guess it depends on how the score goes.
Right.
Here's Charlton with it. Through the hands of Dawson. Out of bounds.
Turnover number 15. So it'll be interesting. Now Camry Earhart's in, and she'll have to guard the senior Charlton on the other end. She'll earn some stripes tonight, I believe.
Pretty good size comparison. The experience factor goes to Sydney. Serenity gives it to Trinity. Now for Jalea Reese. Hard pass to the near side. Womack for 3. That one's good.
Her third 3 of the night. She's got 11, and her lead grows to 14, the biggest of the game.
22-9 in favor of Louisiana.
13 if I could do math.
Well, you're retired now.
It's not like it's not my job, right? Yeah. I got a couple more days.
Okay. Here's Dawson with it out high.
36 hours, not that I'm counting.
To Dean. Now Bibb with it. Turnaround shot. Charlton no good. And Serenity Chapman the rebound for Louisiana. She'll take it across the line to Reese Womack. Floater through the lane. Misses everything. And a tie up on the rebound. Arrow this time favors Bowling Green.
Good job by Camry Ahart on both ends of the floor. Defensively, she made Charlton shoot a turnaround jump shot, and then she hustled down here on the offensive glass and got a tie-up, although the arrow gives it to Bowling Green.
Dawson Bounce pass. Tight defense again from Ahart, and it'll stay with Bowling Green as it was knocked away from Sydney Charlton.
She tried to reach around her, though, and if Charlton catches that, she turns and shoots a layup.
Dawson all the way out to Sydney out high.
Sydney playing on a softball scholarship next year, I believe.
That would make sense. Pretty good softball player, and a foul away from the basket.
Where she signed with somebody.
Jalea Reese second.
I'm getting old and can't remember where, though. Guess I should have looked that up, huh?
Minute 59 to play in the half. Sydney Charlton off the inbound. Out high, gets it to Schumacher on the far side. Into the corner now for Bibb. Claire gets it to Avery Schumacher. She's blocked by Ahart. Here's Serenity Chapman over to the far side for Reese Swamp's team, and is going to call a travel.
Turnover number 7 for Louisiana. Back in for Bowling Green, Brooke Hickerson. Carly Dean will take a seat. In for Louisiana now is Nakia Griffith. Reese will take a break with 1:30 to play in the half.
22-9, Louisiana leads Bowling Green. Ball knocked away, taken by Serenity Chapman over to Griffith on the far side. Nakia will try the three. That's short. Rebound is out of bounds, back to Bowling Green with 1:14 to go in the quarter.
Nakia just a sophomore. So you got 2 freshmen and a sophomore on the floor and a junior. Actually, 3 freshmen and a sophomore and a junior for Louisiana right now.
Here's Sydney Charlton, turnaround shot, no good. And she's just having a lot of trouble with the size of Ahart.
Yeah, you got to make her shoot it from distance. Can't let her shoot layups.
Griffith for Trinity to Serenity. Back to Trinity Chapman. To Serenity again. Trinity over to the far side for Nakia Griffith.
Louisiana needs somebody in the middle of the floor to break this zone down.
Ahart back up top for Griffith.
Playing 5 out right now.
Ahart to Womack for 3. It's good.
She
three.
She says, forget it. Give me the ball. I'm going to shoot 3. I'll take care of that 5 out thing.
Down to 22 seconds to go. 25-9, Louisiana leads. Dawson in trouble out high. Griffith all over, and finally we're going to have a foul.
Yeah, she had her in a 5-second count, and at the last minute gave her a little belly bump, and Nakia will pick up the fouls. It knocked Dawson into the backcourt, actually.
13.2 seconds to go, and that was the 5th foul of the quarter, so Dawson's going to head to the line.
If you forgot about last year, that rule changed. And I think probably it's sped up the game a little bit.
First shot misses everything. Goes to the back wall. 25-9 still our score. Dawson will get one more. Second one hits the front of the rim. Ahart the rebound. We're down to 10 seconds. Knocked away from Ahart. She gathers it in the corner. Gives it to Trinity Chapman. Griffith, skip pass, Ahart. Down to 1 second, and the 3 misses from the top. Little rush there from Reese Womack. And we go to the half with the Bulldogs leading Bowling Green 25-9 on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, the Pierre, the Mash-Offs, and Wood Smoked Meats.
The Eagle 102 Sports halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do.
You'll have a long list with the New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Cluckey, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books here at the Jake, and Louisiana leads Bowling Green in ladies varsity action 25-9. Mark Froenick, Jim Ross back at Louisiana High School. And Jim, we hit the nail on the head. Sydney Charlton, all the offense for Bowling Green, but Louisiana had a great counter. Coach Brandstetter puts Camry Ahart on her and shut her down in the second quarter.
Yeah, she did. After Pedersen picked up her 3rd foul, the freshman did a wonderful job. And as we mentioned in the pregame, who can take care of the basketball? Well, 16 turnovers for Bowling Green, 7 for Louisiana. 7 you can live with. You know, if you have 14, 15 turnovers in a game, you can live with that. But 16 in the first half, that's not a very good pace for the LadyCats.
And Louisiana cleaned it up in the second quarter. I think after 1, they had 5 turnovers.
Right.
So only a couple in quarter number 2, and they really took control of this ball game. And it's been a lot because of the 3-point shooting of Reese Womack.
Yeah, she's hit 4 threes, has 14 for Louisiana, and she's got the green light. Actually, from the looks of things, everybody from Louisiana has the green light from 3 if they're open. They let it fly, and so far Reese has hit, as I mentioned, hit 4, and Trinity Chapman has chipped in with 1. So we'll run through the scoring while we're there. Trinity has 5, Jordan Pedersen with 4, and Jalea Reese with 2. Louisiana only went to the free throw line once. They are 0-for-1. For Bowling Green, as Mark mentioned, Sid Charlton leads them with 7, 2 for Avery Schumacher. They are 3 for 6 from the free throw line. And as I mentioned, the turnover 16 for BG and 7 for Louisiana. 15-6 lead for the Dawgs at the end of 1. They outscored Bowling Green 10-3 in the second quarter to give us our halftime score of 25-9.
About 6.5 minutes to go before we start quarter number 3. We'll take a break, preview the boys game, plus action from Pittsfield as the Saukeys take on Griggsville Perry. It's all coming up on the Eagle 102 Sports Halftime Report.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Logan Agri-Service, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Grace and Grit Nutrition.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana, and let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Oh, yeah, breaking bingo news before we get to the second half. Tomorrow night's bingo at the Louisiana Elks was canceled due to a mechanical issue. So the next session is scheduled for January 8th. So no bingo tomorrow night.
Whatever happened to just drawing them out of a hat, you know?
Well, I think the mechanical issue would probably have something to do with the board.
I'm sure. Yeah.
It's hard to keep track without the board.
You used to do it when you were a kid, didn't you? Keep track of it?
Keep track of bingo?
Yeah, you have a big board that you mark them off.
Yeah, you could probably do it with a whiteboard or something in a pinch.
Sure.
But, why press the issue, so close to Christmas when you can just pick it up next year?
Some of these folks are wanting to win their Christmas money so they could go Christmas shopping with you.
That's a lot
this weekend.
That's a lot of stress, though, on the Elks to keep track of that. 25-9 after 2 quarters. We've got boys action coming up, Louisiana and Bowling Green. That could be an interesting matchup.
It could, yeah. Louisiana coming off a consolation trophy at the Monroe City tournament. I think what you'll see in that game, however, is Bowling Green is going to be way more physical, a lot bigger size-wise. And again, it'll boil down to who can take care of the basketball and put the ball in the basket.
And then the game in Pike County, Illinois, as Pittsfield hosts Griggsville Perry.
Yeah, we did that. I actually did that game last year, and with Stason and at Griggsville, and it is something else. I can tell you that.
I did that game 2 years ago.
I got to Griggsville at 6, and the JV game was supposed to start at 6. And when I walked in, it was standing room only before the JV game started. It was pretty good atmosphere, and I'm sure it'll be the same in Pittsfield tonight.
I would say that the Griggsville Perry gym about the same capacity as the Silex gym.
Yeah.
So when you get capacity, that's a lot of people crammed into a small space.
And it's loud and it's hot.
Yeah, 2 years ago the game was at Pittsfield, and that gym was packed in as well.
Yeah, and they'll pack them in tonight as both teams are having a good start to their seasons. And, so you can expect a rock'em sock'em affair. And it was last year. It was a bloodbath, man. They got after each other, and if I remember right, it might have been overtime or I think it was overtime. Griggsville won it in overtime. But Stason will have game breaks for us from Pittsfield with that, and as Mark mentioned, we'll have the Louisiana boys game against Bowling Green here. A lot of other games around the area too. Ellsbury's hosting Clopton tonight in another rivalry game. A lot of rivalry games tonight, and so. Plenty of basketball around the area if you're a basketball fan.
Second half of this game coming up in 1 minute on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Hogue Chevy Buick in Hannibal, and White Insurance Agency.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana is where history, comfort, and charm come together. Explore quaint streets, visit local attractions, and return to comfort at the end of the day. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
This is Tara Grody, and People's Savings Bank is excited to announce the Bobcat debit card. People's Savings Bank believes in giving back to the communities we serve, and that begins with the school district. Every time you use your Bobcat debit card as a credit, People's Savings Bank will give the school district 5 cents. That may not sound like a lot of money, but since starting this program 6 years ago, PSB has been able to give back over $120,000. Open an account online at ourpsb.com or stop by our branch. We are the one with a bright blue roof. Start earning the Bowling Green School District money today just by using your debit card. Member FDIC.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Start the second half with a miss out of bounds by Pedersen, and now the ball gets away from Sidney Charlton. So both teams with a turnover to start the second half. The game last year was Pittsfield by 1. 2 years ago it was
by 1.
Pittsfield by 2 or by 3 points.
Yeah, glad you straightened me out. I had the wrong team winning, but it was a
that from our resident Tornado.
Yeah, I'm sure she's keeping a close ear on us.
Near side with it. Here's Trinity Chapman for 3. It's good.
And the lead grows to 28-9.
Back the other way. Schumacher tried to feed Charlton. It's knocked away by Reese Womack, and interesting to see Pedersen out there to start the second half.
It is.
3 fouls.
You mentioned the score might dictate how that's handled.
Ball loose on the floor, and a tie-up will give it to Bowling Green.
19 points to the lead, biggest of the game.
28-9. Dawson, lob pass in to Brooke Hickerson. Hickerson hands it to Bibb. Diana gets it now to Charlton. Her shot off the glass is no good. And the rebound pulled in by Womack. Chapman gets it back to Reese Womack. To Serenity. Back to Trinity. Pass was up over her head. She had to tip it to herself, give it back to Trinity, or Serenity, now to Trinity. Serenity, Trinity.
You're going to have that, you're saying that in your sleep tonight, or at work tonight.
Speaking of tornadoes, there's one going on in my head right now.
Right.
Womack had her pass tipped, and Hickerson takes it away. Dawson back for Bowling Green. To Avery Schumacher. Back up top to Hickerson. To Dawson. Back to Schumacher. Her shot no good. Rebound tied up. Louisiana will take it, but Dawson being doggish there.
Yeah. Good look that time by Schumacher. Just couldn't get it to go from the left block. Bowling Green still in the 2-3 zone. Louisiana still playing man as they've done all game. And there's another turnover, number 10 for Louisiana.
Yeah, Trinity couldn't hook up with Jalea Reese on the baseline. Goes out of bounds back to the LadyCats. Dawson across the line with it. Almost carried the ball. Pass tipped by Schumacher, taken away by Pedersen. Pedersen leaves it for Trinity over to Reese Womack. Back for Jordan Pedersen to Serenity Chapman. Womack baseline for Jalea Reese. Back to Serenity. To Trinity on the far side. Lob pass down to Jalea Reese into a double team. Back to Trinity. Scooper off the glass is no good.
Tough shot there. Came across the lane with the left hand against the bigger players.
Wasn't able to get any fingertip on it to kick it back off the backboard. That's geometry.
Thank you.
4:58 to go. Failed it once.
Just deflected out of bounds. The Reese girls are talented, as we mentioned, but they are vertically challenged so far. Hopefully they'll grow a little bit over time.
Out high. Charlton has it back from Dawson to Schumacher. Works against Trinity. Back to Dawson. Jalea Reese all over her. May have scratched her lip there.
I think I said Reese girls. I meant Chapman girls. Straighten me out, Mark. It's my first night out.
I was letting it fly. I was letting it fly.
Oh, no, don't do that. April will be calling us.
Yeah. And a foul going to be called on Reese Womack.
That'll be her first, and the first foul of the half for either club.
She pulled the classic defensive pass interference on Sydney Charlton there, and away from the ball before the inbound, we got a foul. It's going to be on Brooke Hickerson.
Another illegal pick, I believe. Trying to get Sid Charlton open on the inbounds play.
Brooks second. Patterson over to the far side, gets it back. Trinity to Serenity, and she's sent to the floor by Avery Schumacher.
That'll be Avery's first foul.
And back into the ball game comes Nakia Griffith.
And for Bowling Green is Stevie Cordy gets her first minutes. Claire Bibb returns as well.
Get it into Jalea. Kick out. Here's Womack for three. It's good.
That's sweet. Good look that time. Nice kick out by Reese and a finish from three-point land from Womack. Her fifth of the game.
That's a good inside-out combo. Jalea Reese to Reese Womack.
Absolutely.
Reese to Reese. Dawson out high. Bounce pass for Schumacher. Avery gives it back to Bibb. Now to Dawson. Now with it on the far side, Claire Bibb. Gets it back to Diana. Sisters on both sides. Bibb. Down to Dawson on the baseline. She doesn't belong there. Ball knocked away. And knocked away again from the Bowling Green player, Stevie Cordy.
20 turnovers for Bowling Green.
Here's Griffith to Pedersen. Near side for Womack. Griffith, kick out. Here's Trinity for three. It's good.
Her third three of the night. And another timeout on the floor by Bowling Green.
34-9. The Lady Dogs lead the Lady Cats. 2:52 to go in the third on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Bill Allen Auction Services, Ackles Farm Market, Hayden's Motorsports, and Thiele's Garage.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel Savings Bank.
34-9, 2:52 to go in the third quarter. Louisiana leading Bowling Green, first of two from here. We'll have coverage of Pittsfield, Griggsville, Perry as well. Bowling Green back on the floor. Louisiana still on the bench. Now they'll get back up.
They took advantage of that full timeout.
What could you be working on up 34-9?
Well, you've got a lot of freshmen, so you're going to have teaching moments all the time, I would guess.
Here's Schumacher. Through Cordy. Back to Bibb. That's Diana. To the near side for Claire. To Schumacher. Now Dawson on the baseline. Kick out to the far side. Shot hits the side of the backboard from Cordy. She gets her own rebound. Kick out is tipped, but not taken away. Bibb gets it back. Here's Schumacher.
And the traveling violation.
Someone in the band just got scolded.
I thought they were talking to you.
I've been scolded before.
Oh, yeah. Probably today.
No, I did pretty good today. I got a meeting in the morning, though. Let's see how that goes. Here's Griffith on the far side to Jalea Reese. Pedersen to Trinity Chapman. Baseline now for Emerson Bradley. Kick out. Pedersen to the near side for Griffith. To the corner for three. That one's good from everywhere.
She's got another one. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Trinity Chapman now. She now in double figures with 14.
Bowling Green is yet to score here in the third quarter.
They have not, and time is running out with 1:30 to play in the third.
They've only had 2 points since the end of the first, and now they throw it into the backcourt. Pedersen won't track it down. It'll go out of bounds back to Louisiana anyway with 1:22 to go in the third.
Looks like the frustration is starting to build for the LadyCats.
Chapman to inbound. Gets it to Pedersen to the near side, Griffith. Nakia. Rocket pass to Reese Womack. Brett Farvian. Here's another three from the corner. That one's good.
Lord.
Trinity.
4 in the third quarter from deep. Gives her 5, matching her teammate Reese Womack from deep. 10 3-pointers by the Lady Dogs.
Is Trinity a nickname because she can shoot the tray?
That'd be a good post-game interview.
Yeah, 40-9 our score. Louisiana in total control here against Bowling Green. Here's Bibb, back for Dawson. To Sydney Charlton out high. Dawson with it again, down to 31 seconds to go in the quarter. Kick out, here's a three from Hickerson, no good. And Trinity the rebound. Griffith back to Pedersen out high. Skip pass. Trinity didn't like that corner. Bradley gets it back. Now back up top for Pedersen. Floater through the lane, good.
Jordan's 6th point of the game.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. 42-9. Louisiana leads Bowling Green heading to the fourth, and the first 2 from Louisiana on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Nucci's Pasta House, Sudsy Tub, and Griggsville Estates.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades, and that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
42-9 heading to the fourth quarter. Louisiana leading Bowling Green. Girls varsity action. We'll have the boys next. Plus game breaks Pittsfield and Griggsville Perry in boys action. Bibb to inbound on the far side. A shutout in the third quarter for the Louisiana defense.
17-0 their scoring advantage.
Here's Schumacher at the free throw line to Sydney Charlton. Charlton works underneath the basket back to Bibb on the far wing to Schumacher, and she's fouled by Nakia Griffith.
Foul number 2 on Nakia, and the first foul of the quarter.
She gets somebody trapped, she just gets excited, doesn't she? Nakia Griffith, that's her second foul. What if she'd just been a little more patient, could have got the 5-second call. That shot, it rolls in for Bowling Green, and they're finally into double figures.
Charlton with the bucket. Give her 9.
9 of the 11 for Bowling Green. Out high with it is Ahart. Corner for Griffith, back to Ahart. She loses control, scoops it, and it's taken away by Bowling Green. 1-on-2. Both Chapmans got back. And we're going to have a foul against Trinity.
Her first. Bowling Green may have got away with a travel as they slammed on the brakes during that breakaway. Was that Schumacher?
It was. Here's Charlton. Works it down low to Bibb, knocked away from her. Bradley ends up with it, gets it ahead to Nakia Griffith, and she's across the line. To Trinity Chapman. Ahart off of Emerson Bradley out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to Bowling Green, who trail Louisiana 42-11 with a running clock here in the fourth.
30 is the running clock standard in high school basketball. Number 35 in football.
Here's Charlton. She got away with one, too. She jumped and landed before she passed that ball. Taken away by Louisiana. Here's Griffith. To the near side. Ahart to Bradley. And her pass knocked away by Sydney Charlton out of bounds. It'll stay with Louisiana. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Bradley, a senior for Louisiana, getting some time.
Ahart back to Bradley. Now to Trinity. Her pass was rejected. Schumacher ends up with it. Still 42-11. Down to 5:45 to go in the ball game. Charlton, turnaround jumper. That one's no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds, and last touch by Bowling Green.
Good job by Camry Ahart, the freshman on the senior. Just held her position and made Sydney try and shoot it from about 10 feet out.
Chapman gets it to Griffith. Back to Trinity. She'll dribble back up top of the key to Serenity. Now to Griffith again. Pass tipped, ends up in the hands of Ahart, who hands it to Serenity Chapman. Griffith tried a hard pass. It was tipped and taken away, and that's going to be the third foul on Nakia Griffith. Clock continues to run, down to 4:50 to go in the fourth.
Subs coming in for Louisiana, Josie Kraft and Kaylee Hahn. (42-11) is the Louisiana lead. Schumacher back out high for Sydney Charlton. Schumacher works it to Kaylee Hahn, and a travel called against Bowling Green. So it's been kind of what we talked about in the pregame. You got to take care of the basketball. He who does that the best wins the game, and Louisiana's done a much better job so far tonight than Bowling Green has.
Camry Ahart leaves it for Serenity Chapman, out to Nakia Griffith. Griffith to the free throw line, kicks it back to Ahart. Here's a three for Chapman, offline this time. Serenity the rebound. Griffith fakes the three, gives it back and around. How about Serenity for three? A little flat, off of two LadyCats out of bounds. It'll stay with Louisiana with 3:30 to go in the fourth. Clock still runs.
Keep firing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Isabella Thomas, Scarlett Fight Carmel, and Madison Bell into the game for Louisiana. Coach Brandstetter lets the other players get some playing time.
Mooney with it on the near side.
I didn't mention her. Olivia Mooney checked in at some point, yeah.
And the shot from Isabella Thomas was blocked, and here comes Bowling Green. Dawson down to 2:55 to go. Schumacher leaves it for Hahn. Dawson trapped by Bell. Gets it back to Sydney Charlton, now to Olivia Dawson again. 2:35 to go. Work it down, turnaround shot good. Sydney Charlton
puts her in double figures with 11.
11 of the 13. And the lead down to 29, so if we get another whistle, the clock will stop. Put that on the near side. to the hoop. Shot no good. Charlton the rebound off the miss by Ahart. She's done a great job defensively. I think that was her first shot. And a timeout taken to empty the bench for Bowling Green.
Carly Dean, Marley Holland, Lorna Cordy, Stevie Cordy, and I'm missing one.
You say Marley Holland?
I did. Carly Dean, did I say her?
Yes, you did.
Yeah, 33.
Lily
Stevie
McMillan.
Cordy. Lily McMillan, there
we go. She has the ball right now for Bowling Green.
She was taking the ball out. I was looking out on the floor.
Out high for Holland. Through Cordy, back up top. Stevie with it again. Holland now. Dean, work it down. Block shot and a foul. Going to be whistled on Madison Bell, her first.
Gets her in the scorebook, and that will send Stevie Cordy to the line for 2 shots. First free throws of the second half by either team.
JV game. Pittsfield leading Griggsville Perry 18-10. First shot good.
Are they playing JV games in the other gym here tonight, or do you know? I don't know the answer to that question. Seems like I heard that somewhere. Second free throw's no good.
Bowling Green got the rebound, and then we're blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the LadyCats as they keep the clock rolling.
Yeah. Maybe they mutually agreed to let it run.
Yeah. Here's Dean to Lorna Cordy. Holland to Lorna again. Far side. Stevie gives it back to Carly Dean. To McMillan. And the ball tipped and taken away. Here comes Ahart to the hoop and in.
With the left hand. Good for her.
44-14 down to the final minute of this ladies varsity game. Kick near corner for Dean. Lorna through Holland over to the far side for McMillan. Back up top for Carly Dean. To Marley Holland. Holland to Stevie Cordy. Turnaround long 2 is good for Carly Dean.
The first bucket of the night.
Ahart. To Thomas, back to Ahart. Over to the far side for Mooney. As Louisiana just trying to kill this last 10 seconds. Thomas, kick out to Ahart, down to 4. And that will do it. 44-16 is our final. Louisiana defeats Bowling Green in the first of 2 tonight. Ladies varsity action on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Emmerich Insurance Agency, People's Bank and Trust, Gambino's Eatery, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
The Eagle 102 Sports postgame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Postgame Show on KJFM Radio.
All Louisiana in the ladies game, 44-16 over Bowling Green, and Bowling Green did a good job. You knew they were going to have the upper hand going into this one, but I was really impressed with Camry Ahart and the job she did on the senior Sydney Charlton.
She did. She came in going back to the first half when Jordan Pedersen got in foul trouble and held her own quite nicely. And then, of course, Louisiana knocked down 10 three-pointers. That'll help you almost any time.
Yeah, between Trinity Chapman and Reese Womack, it was raining threes for Louisiana. Reese in the first half and Trinity, majority of hers coming in the third quarter as Louisiana ran away with this one. You want to get the final scoring numbers? Because they only put 10 minutes on the clock. Well, now they've stopped that clock.
Well, that would be pretty quick between games.
Yes, it would.
15-6, Louisiana led at the end of the first, outscored Bowling Green 10-3 in the second, led 25-9 at half. A 17-0 scoring advantage for Louisiana. That's where they kind of finished this game off. They led 42-9, and Bowling Green outscored them 7-2 in the fourth. Green scoring, they were led by Sydney Charlton with 11-2 each for Carly Dean and Avery Schumacher, 1 for Stevie Corey. They were 4 for 8 from the free throw line and had 24 turnovers in the ball game. For Louisiana, they were led by Reese Womack and Trinity Chapman, both with 17 points. 6 for Jordan Pedersen, 2 for Jalea Reese, and 2 for Camry Ahart. They were 0 for 1 from the line. They turned it over 11 times, and they raised their record to 2 and 3, while Bowling Green drops to 3 and 5. And my teacher wife just informed me that Nakia is pronounced Nakaya.
Okay.
So we apologize to her for that. We'll get it right from here on out. Where was my wife at the start of the game, right?
Right.
Taking a nap or something.
Final again, 44-16. And we'll take a break, come back with the pregame show for the boys. It's Louisiana and Bowling Green from the Jake on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Pikeland Motors, Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana, Community State Bank of Missouri, and Brewed Coffee House and Eatery.
The Eagle 102 Sports pregame show is coming up on KJFM Radio.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
To measure the true value of a compact tractor, break out all the jobs it can do. You'll have a long list with a New Holland Workmaster Series 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor from Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green. Put your money on an economical Workmaster compact and enjoy the power of a 3-cylinder engine, the simplicity of a hydrostatic or gear transmission, and a roomy deck. If you value performance and economy, see Bowling Green Tractor on Business 61 in Bowling Green today about a Workmaster 25, 35, or 40 compact tractor.
One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 Sports pregame show on KJFM Radio.
About 12 minutes to go before we kick off our second game, or tip off our second game of the night. You know, when I look at Bowling Green, I'm still thinking football.
Yeah, that's not hard to fathom, actually, is they just got done 2 weeks ago, I guess, and They're probably still some of those guys coming out of football shape mode and trying to get into basketball shape mode. And as a result of that, we mentioned in the pregame of the girls, or actually at halftime of the girls game, that will mean Bowling Green is going to be quite a bit more physical. And if you just look at both teams size-wise, Bowling Green is going to have quite a size advantage.
You know who didn't have to get out of football mode was the guard, the senior, Jace Eskew. He picked up right where he left off at the Montgomery County tournament, scored his 1,000th point, and made the all-tournament team.
Yeah, and he can shoot it from deep. He can take it inside. He can dunk it. He's one of the more rounded players and one of the better players in all of the tri-state area. And so expect good things out of him both tonight and for the season. And they've got good sides with Niemeyer and Grody at 6'5" apiece. And, of course, speaking of Eskew, he goes 6'4". So they've got a lot of size where Louisiana they don't have anybody much over 6 foot, I don't think, maybe 6'1" at the best. And so that'll be the challenge for them. And, of course, they're young. They've got a young lineup playing a bunch of young guys a lot this year. And so we may see a flip of the first game if Louisiana can't control the basketball, handle the basketball, and score some points. That'll be their challenge because on the glass. Now, short of Eskew, though, and you saw Bowling Green play, so correct me if I'm wrong, but last year, short of Jace Eskew, they had trouble shooting the basketball as a group, and he carried the load for them. So they're going to look to find some other guys to get in the mix in the scoring column as well.
Well, and you had options from beyond the arc last season. They lost some pretty good perimeter shooters last year to graduation. So correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like both of these teams have a tendency to go, Saturday morning gym type basketball.
Oh, yeah.
It can get a little freewheeling at times.
This one could be up and down and could be fun. Louisiana on a 2-game win streak, as we mentioned. They won consolation at the Monroe City tournament last week. Bowling Green's got a 1-game winning streak. Their last win was against Wright City, 46-34. Louisiana beat Mark Twain 54-45 in that consolation game. 3-2 is the record for Bowling Green, 3-3 for Louisiana. So on paper, it looks like it's pretty even. Both teams going in the right direction, and we hope to see that pan out here on the floor.
It's Bowling Green, Louisiana. We'll have our keys to the game for you after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, The Pierre, The Mash-Offs, and Wood Smoke Meats.
The Eagle 102 Sports keys to the game are right around the corner. Brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. Call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
State Farm in Pittsfield understands that life can be tough. The State Farm staff is there to help you make smart decisions when it comes to all your insurance and financial service needs. Call, email, text, or stop by the office Monday through Friday between 9 to 5 to talk to an agent. State Farm in Pittsfield, a family-oriented office, is located at 311 Half West Washington Street in Pittsfield, serving Pike County, Illinois, and the surrounding areas.
Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company is a proud sponsor of the local schools and their athletes. When it's time to quench that thirst, reach for one of the many Pepsi products found in the local concession stands, including Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Sundrop, or the all-new Starry Lemon Lime. If you are wanting something other than soda, enjoy Bubbler, Klarbrunn Water, Lipton Teas, Gatorade, and more. Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company in New Haven and Bowling Green wishes all the area athletes a great season.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex, Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Sports Keys to the Game on KJFM. Sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And our keys to the game for Louisiana and Bowling Green boys.
Well, it's not unlike what we talked about in the girls' game. Take care of the basketball. Louisiana only averaging 35.5 points a game, so they've had trouble putting the ball in the basket, similar to what the Bowling Green LadyCats have struggled with this year. So they're going to have to get over that hump. And, of course, Bowling Green, if they can take care of the basketball and stay on the glass and keep Louisiana from those second shots, that's what they need to do.
Looking around the gym, I think my football broadcast partner, Chris Grody, has had his Eagle 102 Sports sweatshirt commandeered by his daughter.
Really?
You know, hoodies have a tendency to walk away.
Well, he rarely wore it during football, so what the heck?
Well, he wore his more than I wore mine. But
okay.
But it walked away. It's a couple rows ahead of Chris. So get that back, Grody. Come on.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. So keys to the game. I really think it comes down to who can actually stick to the game plan, not go off script, because they both these teams have a tendency to go off script. So.
Yeah, and when you get into a wild up and down type of game, then all of a sudden you bring turnovers into play, and it's it doesn't matter what sport it is. The turnovers can decide the game. It's probably more prevalent in football than basketball. You can overcome turnovers in basketball, but in football, you turn it over, you lead the turnover battle, you usually
you're done.
You lose the game. So, but if you get an up and down affair, in fact, probably that may be what Louisiana wants. They want to get this thing to be as wild as it can, and because they're going to be so undersized inside that Bowling Green is going to be able to control the boards pretty much all night.
We've got Stacey Martin and April Froelich with us for game breaks tonight as Pittsfield hosts Griggsville Perry. And are y'all on the line? Do you have a preview of that grudge match at Pittsfield High School?
Well, I can't believe that you would even have to ask that. Of course, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be it's a really packed house. It's really hot already, which I'm sure, you guys have both talked about already. So looking forward to both teams are slightly down this year, but it should be evenly matched. It should be a raucous good time.
A little bit, they graduated big classes, but both have gotten off to pretty good starts. So it should be a great matchup, and we look forward to the game breaks throughout our broadcast of Louisiana and Bowling Green. We'll have our starting lineups coming up next on Eagle 102. What? You still there?
I said you can count on it.
All right. Yeah. We'll have starting lineups next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Logan Agri-Service, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Grace and Grit Nutrition.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups are coming up. Brought to you by Community State Banks of Missouri.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC. Your car, your stuff, your savings. Combine your auto and renter's insurance with a call to State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana. And let Cindy show you how to put life back in your life insurance. Auto, home, and life. Make your wallet happy. Here to help life go right, State Farm Insurance agent Cindy Blaylock in Louisiana.
Hi, this is Shelley Clucky with Pike County Mutual Insurance Company. We appreciate the value of working hard and making sure you've taken steps to make sure you're prepared for whatever comes your direction. Best wishes to all of our area athletes for another amazing season from myself and Corey Buchanan at Pike County Mutual Insurance Company on the Square in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
The Eagle 102 Sports starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Banks of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And your starting lineups, first for the visiting Bowling Green Bobcats, 3-2, coached by Andrew Martinson. They'll start a senior, number 0, Joaquin Aguilar. Sophomore number 5, Ryan Hall, gets the start. Sophomore number 22, Jack McDaniel. Senior number 23, Jace Eskew. And number 35, a senior, Hank Welch, rounds out the starting 5 for Bowling Green. For Louisiana, the Bulldogs are 3-3, coached by Matt Boswell. They'll start a junior forward, number 4, Landon Brown. Sophomore guard, number 10, Javen Reese. Guard, freshman, number 13, Donnell Griffith, gets the start. Number 15, a junior center, Kane Mayfield, and a junior guard, number 24, Quincy Mooney, rounds out the Bulldogs starting 5. So again, it's Aguilar, Hall, McDaniel, Eskew, and Welch for Bowling Green, and Brown, Reese, Griffith, Mayfield, and Mooney for Louisiana.
And one thing we didn't mention that both these teams are adjusting to is both of them have new head coaches this year, and Andrew Martinson at Bowling Green and Matt Boswell for Louisiana. Of course, Matt Boswell was the girls' coach at Mark Twain, and Andrew Martinson was an assistant coach here at Bowling Green, so he got bumped up. So both of these teams are trying to adjust to a new system as well. So we'll see how they've managed to do that here in this nice matchup tonight.
And of course, Coach Craig Smith left Bowling Green to become the principal at Louisiana.
Right. It's musical chairs, right?
It is for sure. As both teams have been introduced, the starting 5 on the floor. That'll be Eskew, jumping center for Bowling Green, against Reese for Louisiana.
Bowling Green in their road blacks with red numbers and gray trim on those numbers, just like their football uniforms. Louisiana in their home whites with cardinal red and black trim in the numbers. Right to our left, and they control the opening tip as Ryan Hall will run the offense for the Bobcats tonight. And Louisiana comes out in a, looks like a diamond and 2 maybe. Interesting look, or maybe they're playing straight up man as Bowling Green continues to work around. Three-pointer on the way by McDaniel. It's off the mark. Rebound to Welch. He'll go up in a crowd. Underneath it won't go, and Eskew puts it back for the first bucket of the night and the first lead of the game for either club. A little half-court trap now by Bowling Green. No problem for Louisiana. They get into the front court with it stolen away now by Louisiana, or by Bowling Green. Eskew gets it to Hall. He'll shoot the 3. It's off the mark. He was a 3-point shooter last year, if my memory serves me right. And as I mentioned, Bowling Green on the glass, and so they get that rebound, and that's going to be a problem for Louisiana. Joaquin Aguilar with it now on a pick and roll to Eskew. He'll pop out and drives into the lane. It's knocked away, loose, and it'll go off of Louisiana back to Bowling Green. Louisiana has a number 5 in there. Who do you have as number 5?
Jamal Blackwell.
Jamal Blackwell, yeah. On the inbounds pass, Bowling Green has it now outside the arc. So I'll write Blackwell down. They try and get it inside, kick it off to the left wing to Hall. Hall backs out, skip pass to McDaniel in the post area now. Reverse layup up and no good by Welch, but Bowling Green again on the rebound on the offensive glass. That's McDaniel. Back to Hall. Hall dribbles out of trouble in between the circles. We played about a minute and a half. Bowling Green leads it 2-0. 3 ball on the way now from Hall, and he'll check that Aguilar, and he'll drain the first 3 ball of the night, and it's a 5-0 lead for the Cats. Back comes Louisiana. Blackwell in the midcourt area, penetrates in, kicks it to the near corner to Mooney. He'll shoot the 3, and it's good. Quincy Mooney with his first 3-pointer of the night, and it's a 5-3 game, Bowling Green. Back they come to the Cats. McDaniel now gets it to the head of the key. Ball fake by Hall. He'll penetrate into Askew. He'll pull up from 15, and he's going to be fouled by Kane Mayfield. He was right there with him, but popped him on the elbow, I believe. And we'll have our first free throws of the night by Jace Eskew. He's 6'4" senior.
Yeah, Mooney hits that 3, or else it is a dominant start for Bowling Green.
And Eskew spins the first free throw out, and now the rebounders for the Cats will come in. Welch and McDaniel will join the fun. And Eskew will get a second, leading 5-3, 5:44 to play here in the first. Second one is good. And it's a 6-3 lead. Don't forget, we'll give you some game breaks with the Griggsville-Pittsfield game that probably hasn't started yet because our game went pretty quick. The preliminary game did, the girls' game. But we'll get you to that as it necessitates.
Yeah, we're still 5 minutes before the scheduled start time of this game.
Right, pressure defense, and it should have been backcourt as Landon Brown stepped over the line, but they said it was tipped. And the pass is deflected now on the penetration to Eskew. He's going to go in. He's going to wind it up. He's going to try and dunk it into Mayfield, and Mayfield got hit in the head.
Mayfield went face first into that padding.
And he's going to get up and limp off. He's got multiple ailments, it would seem.
Yeah, that's what happens to me when I hit my head, too. I start limping.
Yeah, I hit my head. Everything quits working. Colton Johnson, not that my head ever worked to start with. Colton Johnson will come in, and they'll take a look at Mayfield on the end of the bench. Bowling Green will have it back. 3-ball on the way from the head of the key by Aguilar. It's off the mark and no good. Louisiana with the rebound. Back they come. Blackwell into the front court to the head of the key on a pick and roll. Penetrates in, gets away with the travel, throws up a runner, and it goes down. Jamal Blackwell with his first bucket of the game, and it's a 6-5 lead Bowling Green. On the penetration now, Hall kicks it back out. Now in the corner to Eskew. He'll shoot the three. It's short. Rebound to Blackwell. So if Bowling Green's going to shoot them from deep, they're going to need to go in. They lead it 6-5. Blackwell back for the Bulldogs. He'll penetrate to the block, goes to the hole, shot up, won't go, but we've got a whistle and a foul. It'll be a two-shot opportunity for Jamal Blackwell. And I believe the foul is going to be on Hank Welch. You better check it when they put it up.
That is.
It is.
That's Bowling Green's had a problem the last few years with kind of watching their shots a little bit. They need to go after those rebounds.
Blackwell makes the first free throw. We're tied at 6. He'll get a second. It rims out, and the rebound off to McDaniel. Back to Aguilar. He'll walk it across the timeline. Now to Hall, to Welch. Right wing to Eskew. Eskew penetrates left side to Hall. He'll shoot the three from the wing. It tips off the front of the rim. Landon Brown fights with the rebound with a couple of Bulldogs. It's still loose on the floor, and Brown comes away with it. Good hustle by the junior. And Louisiana will hit the other way. Reese with it. In between the circles to Blackwell on the left side, over in front of the Bowling Green fans. Down to 4:18 to play in the first. On a pick and roll. Blackwell will pull up from 3. He's got it. Jamal Blackwell, the sweet-looking jumper there. He's got 6, and Bowling Green, or Louisiana, I should say, has their first lead at 9-6. And back quickly, Hall drains a three-pointer. And we're even at 9. And back and forth we go as we expected. Blackwell, he'll penetrate through everybody and shoot the layup.
Wow.
A la Tyus Edney for you Mizzou fans. Went the length of the floor. Eskew now dribbles into the paint, spins, loses a handle going up, and what are we going to have? We're going to have a charge. We're going to have a foul before the charge. I think it's going to be before the charge.
They were like bowling pins.
They're going to call it on Blackwell, and they're going to call it in the act of shooting, which probably is not what really happened. But Eskew will go to the line and shoot 2 shots nonetheless. His first one's up and in. 2 for 3 from the line as A.J. Geschwinder will check in for Brown for Louisiana. Also in on Oliver Niemeyer for the Cats. Second free throw by Eskew rattles home. And it's 11 score with 3:40 to play in the first. Blackwell walks it across the timeline for the Bulldogs. A 2-1-2 or 1-2-2 zone by Bowling Green. To Reese in the corner. He dribbles out of trouble. Now gets it back to Blackwell right in front of the score table. He'll put it on the floor. Penetrates to the key area. Kicks it right side to Mooney. Mooney will penetrate right lane. Up off the glass. No good. Eskew with the rebound for Bowling Green. Down to 3:13 to play in the quarter. We're tied at 11. Kick out to Eskew. He'll penetrate to the left elbow from 15. Good. He's got 7, and the Cats go back on top by 2, 13-11. Bowling Green stretches out now in more of a 2-1-2 half-court trap. Skip past Reese to the right wing over to Geschwinder. Back to Blackwell. Blackwell now kicks it to Geschwinder in the right corner. He'll get it to Reese, top of the key. Reese thinks about a three, skips it over to Mooney. He's open, drives left baseline, nothing doing there. Now back out to Geschwinder. He'll pull up from 16. High arcing shot won't go. McDaniel with the rebound for Bowling Green. 2:25 to play in the quarter, and Blackwell will be whistled for his second foul. In the backcourt on Aguilar, on Joaquin Andujar.
I did it at Montgomery County. It's you can tell
we're Cardinal
age.
fans, right?
Yeah.
Will Chester checks in for Louisiana. Blackwell will have to take a seat with his 2 fouls.
Of course, in '82, I was 4.
I was not 4. McDaniel from 3, right corner, no good. Niemeyer with the rebound, kicks it out to Hall. Hall, nice ball fake. Crossover dribble, goes baseline now. Up and under, good. Ooh, tough angle that time for Hall. He was actually finished behind the backboard. Got it to go, and it's 15-11. Now the ball's deflected from behind out of Mayfield's hands by their baseline underneath the hoop with 1:57 to play in the first. 15-11, Bowling Green on top. Mooney to trigger in for the Bulldogs. Skips it out to Geschwinder. Out the 28-foot mark, right wing now to Reese. He'll pull up from deep 3. Front iron, no good. Rebound swatted and deflected. And they're going to say it's off of Aguilar. Back to Louisiana over on the far corner. Actually, they're going to move it closer to the lane area, left side of the hoop. Mooney to throw it in for Louisiana. Gets it in the corner to Geschwinder. His 3 ball short. Rebound grabbed by McDaniel. He'll hand it off to Hall. Up quickly to Aguilar. Now to McDaniel, left wing on the skip pass. Dribbles ahead of the key to Aguilar. Penetrates in, goes up, flips it back over his head. Reverse to Hall from 3. No good. Eskew with the rebound. It's put back, swatted away, but Hall comes away with the loose ball. He looks for some space outside the arc, or lane, I should say. Kicks it to Eskew at the head of the key. Eskew, left corner to Aguilar. Now ahead of the key to McDaniel. He'll shoot the 3, and it's an air ball. It's going to go out of bounds. Back to Louisiana. Well, neither team is shy about shooting the 3.
No, they're not.
We've had a bunch of them shot in this game. I guess they're trying to do what the girls did. As into the game is, who came in? Is that number? Having trouble seeing the number. I think it's number 5 came back in. Hall returned, I think. No, that's not right.
We had Xander Fairchild come in.
Gotcha. Shot from the corner is no good by Louisiana. And Bowling Green with the rebound. Eskew's going to try and take it coast to coast in traffic. Won't go. Niemeyer's tip in is no good. And Louisiana with the rebound as Geschwinder has it swatted out of bounds by Hall. And back to Louisiana.
They're still in the JV game, later stages of that at Pittsfield as they're getting ready for the Saukeys and the Griggsville Perry Tornadoes.
Jalen Reese will have his first minutes of the night. He'll come in for Geschwinder for Louisiana with 37 ticks to play in the quarter, trailing 15-11. Bowling Green in a man-to-man defense this time, it looks like. Mooney drives baseline, runs out of space, steps on the inline. Actually, they're going to call travel. So turnover number 2 on Louisiana. To just 1 turnover for Bowling Green. So both teams, even a wild pace, they've taken care of the basketball so far.
So far, so good.
Eskew walks it across the timeline, gets it to Aguilar on the far sideline. Now to Hall, head of the key. Penetrates into the paint, kicks it into the near corner. 3 ball on the way from Fairchild. It's no good, and Eskew with the rebound, and he'll be fouled from behind. That's going to be on Chitster, I believe.
Looks like it. 6.1 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Fouls on the floor, so Bowling Green will have it right side of the paint underneath their own hoop. Head of the key to Eskew. Gets it down to Niemeyer. Kicks it back. They whip around the horn to Eskew. He'll fire it at the 3. No good. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Pretty good first quarter as Bowling Green will go to the huddle leading 15-11. You're listening to Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Pogue Chevy Buick in Hannibal, and White Insurance Agency.
At Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green, we're not only helping kids grow stronger, we're helping grow a stronger community for the future. Pediatrician Dr. Barbara White provides the specialized care your child needs from birth through college, right here at home. From routine checkups to immunizations, we're equipped to handle all of your child's health needs. To schedule an appointment, just call 573-324-2241. Hannibal Regional Medical Group in Bowling Green.
Eagles Bluff Golf Course in Clarksville is a locally owned public course, available for play 7 days a week. For more information, call, visit, or go online to eaglesbluffgolf.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Farm Insurance Agent Cindy Blaylock, Central State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
Well, Mark, a pretty good first quarter, 15-11. Bowling Green leads it.
Askew with 7, Blackwell with 8. Those are the leading scorers on each side. Ryan Hall with 5 points, 3 for Joaquin Aguilar, 3 for Quincy Mooney.
It's like the same players that left the court for Bowling Green: Niemeyer, Fairchild, Hall, Aguilar, and Askew. And for Louisiana, Blackwell's back in with 2 fouls, along with Reese, who shoots the 3 from the left wing. It's off the iron, no good. Rebounds tipped out, grabbed by Hall. He'll look to run. Defense gets back, nice spin move to the hole, drops it off to Askew. His shot is up, no good. We've got a whistle, a late whistle, but a foul on Fairchild, and that'll send Askew back to the line to shoot 2.
Second on Kane Mayfield.
Finish out the lineup, Joey Pitzer in for Louisiana, along with Kane Mayfield, as I mentioned, and Landon Brown returns as well to start the quarter. As Eskew's first free throw's good. He'll get a second, so after missing the first, he's been perfect from the charity stripe. And the next one is good as well. Give him 9 for the game. The lead grows to 6, the biggest of the game so far for the Cats. Louisiana's led by 3. Now the pass is stolen away by Askew. Tips it ahead to Hall. He's in a double team. Whips it out to Fairchild over the far corner to Askew. He'll penetrate into the paint. Back to Hall. Hall left wing 3, right wing 3, I should say. It's no good. Rebounds loose, picked up by Mayfield. Mayfield wants to run. He'll get it to Blackwell, and his shot is blocked by Askew. And we're going to have a foul with the body.
First on Jace, first of the quarter for Bowling Green.
That'll send Blackwell to the line for a couple of shots. With 7:16 to play in the half. Blackwell's first one, back iron, no good. He'll get a second. 17-11 our score. If you're just joining us, Louisiana girls won the first game rather handily. Blackwell misses both free throws. They're going to say it's off of Bowling Green, back to Louisiana. 44-16 the girls final. So Brown will trigger it in right side of the paint for the Dogs. Gets it in the corner to Pitzer. Back out the head of the key to Mayfield, off to Brown. Brown ball fakes, tries to penetrate, hands it off to Reese. He has his pocket picked by Hall. Hall goes in, gets it to Aguilar, and a quick pass to Askew, and they'll shoot the layup. That was pretty. Great ball movement by the Cats, and it's 19-11.
That's been the most impressive part of Bowling Green's game so far is the ball movement.
Three-pointer from the corner by Pitzer is no good. Bowling Green with the rebound. That's what we mentioned in the pregame. If the shots don't go for Louisiana, Bowling is going to lock down the glass. As Hall penetrates into the paint, shoots a runner, it rattles home. He's got 7, and the lead grows to 10 for the Cats. Blackwell across the timeline now on the far sideline. Now gets it to Reese. Reese ball fakes to the corner because nobody was there. Now he'll reverse field to Blackwell.
JV game going to overtime between Pittsfield and Griggsville Perry.
That's appropriate, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
High arcing 3 by Browns, no good, but the rebound falls right in the hands of Kane Mayfield, and he'll put it back and score for Louisiana. And it's 21-13. Hall back for Bowling Green. Nobody stops the ball. He goes straight to the hoop and shoots a layup. Cardinal sin number 1 of defense is you got to stop the ball. As Blackwell walks over, gets some marching orders from Coach Matt Boswell in his first year at Louisiana. In the near corner, Joey Pitzer now gets it to Blackwell. He got away with a travel. He'll shoot a runner from the free throw line. It's off the mark, no good. Fairchild with the rebound for the Cats. To Hall. Hall in the front court. Nobody stops him again. He's got Niemeyer all alone. Misses the layup. And Louisiana with the rebound. Back comes Mayfield. He's going to the hoop. He'll run over Eskew, and it's going to be a block.
Ooh, going to be the second foul on Jace Eskew.
That it is. And that'll send Mayfield to the line, I believe, for a couple of free throws. His first trip to the free throw line tonight, as Quincy Mooney and Jalen Reese prepare to check in after this first free throw by Mayfield, and it's going to be short. Also, Aiden Grody and McDaniel. Aiden with his first minutes, and Jack McDaniel will return for Bowling Green.
So Louisiana made their first free throw, Blackwell did, and they've missed 5 in a row now.
That would be correct. That one's way off the mark as well. Eskew with the rebound. He'll kick it out to Hall, and he decides to slow things down for the first time in a while. And he'll cross over and gets to the glass once again and shoots the layup. He's been good off the dribble, and Louisiana hasn't had an answer, hasn't found anybody that can guard him so far. And they lead by 12, biggest lead of the game, 25-13. Inside pass now to Mayfield. He loses handle but gets it back. He'll put it up. It won't go. Eskew with the rebound. He'll look to run. Blackwell almost picked up his third foul. Now to Hall. He'll penetrate in again. Nobody stopped him. He misses the runner this time from about 8. And McDaniel picks up the loose ball. He's in a double team, and we've got a whistle and the timeout on the floor. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll step aside as well. Bowling Green leads at 25-13, 4:34 to play in the Hask. You're listening to High School Basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Bill Allen Auction Services, Ackles Farm Market, Hayden's Motorsports, and Thiele's Garage.
Don't have time to stop by the bank? That's not a problem if you're a customer of People's Bank and Trust. With our mobile and online banking service, you can now bank from anywhere. Deposit checks, pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, check the latest activity on your account, and view images of your checks, all from the convenience of your desktop and smartphone. So start banking on your schedule and download the People's Bank and Trust app today. People's Bank and Trust, hometown banking the way it should be. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest End, and People's Savings Bank.
Bowling Green will have it out of the timeout underneath their own basket, left side of the paint. 4:34 to play here in the first half, 25-13, Cats on top. Hall throws it in to McDaniel. His tip-in won't go, but he gets his own rebound, puts it back, and scores. Bowling Green's just dominating the glass right now. Both ends of the floor, yeah. 1-3-1 half-court trap now for the Cats. Blackwell dribbles in, kicks it to the near side to Brown. He'll dribble out of trouble, hands it back to Blackwell. Blackwell to Brown in the near corner, and he has it swatted free, and it's loose on the floor, and they're going to say it hit the end line before Hall could pick it up. So Louisiana will retain possession underneath their own basket, and Jalen Reese will throw it in up off the bench. Now for the first time is Bryson Chapman, number 11. And they'll inbound it to Brown. Brown in the near corner to Reese. He'll shoot the three, in and out, no good. Good block out by Bowling Green. The ball just hit the floor freely. Now they'll get it ahead to McDaniel. He'll shoot the layup and score. McDaniel with his 4th point of the game, and the lead continues to grow, now up to 16 for Bowling Green.
4 straight points for McDaniel.
Down in the paint, they'll kick it back out to Brown. Does Louisiana ahead of the key now to Reese between the circles, right wing now to Mooney. Mooney will dribble right block, up off the glass and good. Mooney with his 5th point of the game.
First points in a while for Louisiana.
As we're down to 3:18 to play, Hall penetrates in, misses it, gets his own rebound, kicks it out to Fairchild, now to Eskew. Head of the key to Hall. A deep three from about 23 feet's no good. Rebound to Chapman. Up quickly to Reese. Reese now on the right wing for Louisiana. That's Jalen. To Mooney across around the horn. Brown now hands it off to Chapman, and we've got a whistle and an off-ball foul. Not sure what that was. We're going to call it on Jack McDowell away from the ball. As Aguilar and Welch will return for the Cats. Grody and Fairchild will take a seat with 2:51 to play here in the second. Inbound to Moody between the circles. He'll hand it off to Brown. Brown dribbles to the right wing. Reverses field, picks up his dribble now and hands it off to Reese. Back to Brown. He'll drive left baseline. Gets it underneath to Chapman. Hands it back to Brown in the near corner. Brown now in trouble. Gets it out to Mooney. Down to 2:30 to play in half. Mooney on the dribble to Brown. Brown drives right baseline. Skip pass over to Reese on the far sideline. Makes a nice catch to save it from going out of bounds. To Mooney, head of the key. Hands it off to Mayfield. In the free throw line, they run circles around him, and he'll kick it to Brown. Now his shot's partially blocked. Hall with the rebound. Hall's got McDowell with him. McDowell's going to take it to the hole. Misses a layup. Again, gets his own rebound, and will get it to Welch. Welch decided not to shoot the three that time. He gave a hard look at it, though. Hall will penetrate in. His shot up off the glass. Good. Count the bucket and the foul.
Hall's kind of taken over here in this second quarter. He's got 6 points in the quarter, now 11 in the game.
Off the dribble, he's been really good. Foul is going to be on as Javon Reese returns. Looks like they called it on Jalen Reese, his first. And so Hall will have his first free throw of the game. Leading 31-15. Make it stay at 31 as he misses that one. And Louisiana with the rebound. We're under 2 minutes to play in the half. We'll get you updated on Pittsfield, Griggsville as the JV game's in overtime right now. As the ball deflected away into the backcourt, it's still loose, and Jalen Reese is going to call a timeout. Actually, Coach Matt Boswell will call a timeout to save the possession. We'll step aside as well. 31-15 Bowling Green. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, New Cheese Pasta House, Sudsy Tub, and Griggsville Estates.
Gambino's Eatery in Louisiana is open Wednesday through Sunday. Start your day with our select breakfast options, muffins, breakfast burrito, frittata, available from 11 a.m. Enjoy lunch options until 4 p.m., including tenderloin, burgers, wraps, and salads. And Gambino's dinner menu from 4 p.m. to close, featuring delicious entrees like lasagna, red wine pot roast, and more. We offer a variety of dishes beyond pizza and Italian, ensuring there's something for everyone. And don't forget, we're now open Sundays from 11 to 2 p.m. Gambino's on 3rd and Georgia in Louisiana. Your perfect dining destination Wednesday through Sunday.
It is not on the menu. We don't talk about it.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Out of the timeout, Louisiana tries to enter it into the post areas, deflected out of bounds. Now they'll have it underneath their own basket as Chitster returns for Louisiana, as did Reese. Shot no good. They'll tip it to Reese, and he'll penetrate down the paint and score. Jalen Reese with his first basket of the night. Check that. That was Javon Reese, his first bucket as well. Back comes Aguilar for Bowling Green. Between the legs at the head of the key. Right corner now to Eskew. Eskew to Hall. Hall left wing now to Nolan Jones, who checked in during that timeout. For Bowling Green, Aguilar kicks it to Hall. Under a minute to play. Eskew far corner. Step back three from the wing. Won't go. Mooney with the rebound for Louisiana. He'll dribble out of trouble, and they look to push it up the floor, but the pass goes right through Javon Reese's hands it out of bounds. Back to Bowling Green.
Down to 36.9 seconds to go in the first half.
And Bowling Green's Andrew Martins is going to call a timeout. We'll step aside and check in and see what's going on over at Pittsfield. You're listening to high school basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Emmerich Insurance Agency, People's Bank and Trust, Gambino's Eatery, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Everyone needs help with something at some point in their life. This is Tracy B. with PCHD, and I am here to remind you that we have certified community health workers staffed at our office that offer assistance for free to those who need help navigating local resources and more. Please don't hesitate to call 573-324-2111 to learn more or visit our website at pikecountyhealth.org.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Geared Up, and Community State Bank of Missouri.
33 seconds in the JV game at Pittsfield as Pittsfield leads 47-44 over Griggsville. Back here it's 31-17, Bowling Green with the lead, and they burned a timeout to set up the final play of this half, I would guess. I'm betting they can't hold it for 36.9 seconds without shooting.
No, I doubt that. Not their style.
We'll see what Coach Andrew Martinson drew up as Hall walks across the timeline. Aguilar on the far wing. Now ahead of the key to Reese. Left wing to Hall. Now they get it to Jones. Jones tries to lob it inside, and they throw it away. Stolen by Mayfield. Mayfield, 3-on-3 break. He's taking it to the glass. It won't go. Eskew with the rebound. He's still got 14 seconds. He'll take it to the rim with the left hand and score. Again, nobody stopped the basketball for Louisiana. And we've got a violation now as Chitzer stepped across the end line as he threw it in. And so that'll give it right back to Bowling Green with 4.9. So whatever play Coach Martinson drew up, it went out the window, but they got a chance to score 4, maybe 5 here in that final 34 seconds.
Colton Johnson came in for Jamal Blackwell for the final 5 seconds.
They lob it into Eskew. Ball fake goes up in the crowd and scores. So he gets 2 in the final seconds, and that'll do it for the first half of action. The Bowling Green Bobcats, they head to the locker room on top of Louisiana, 33-17. Our halftime show is next on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Pikeland Motors, Get Spot a Shot in Louisiana, Community State Bank of Missouri, and Brewed Coffee House and Eatery.
The Eagle 102 Sports halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
From the classic cheesesteak and rich crab cakes, a taste of Philly in Bowling Green is a fan favorite. A meal ready for you before or after the game, and game day jerseys are welcome. Open 7 days a week. A taste of Philly. Business Highway 54 West in Bowling Green.
Central State Bank believes in more than just banking. Central State Bank's team takes the time to understand your unique needs and goals, and they're proud to be part of the community, actively supporting local businesses and events. Enjoy state-of-the-art banking technology for easy and secure online and mobile banking. Join thousands of satisfied customers who've made the switch to Central State Bank and experience the personal touch and professional service that set them apart. Visit one of the convenient locations in Pleasant Hill, Pittsfield, Kinderhook, Quincy, and Clayton. Central State Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Bowling Green Tractor, State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, Vicki Cadwalader Real Estate, and Pepsi.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 Sports halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
35-17. They did add 2 more points on.
I knew I wasn't crazy. Dumb, maybe, not crazy.
I'm just going to let that go. 35-17 is the score as Bowling Green leads it, and it's pretty much what we thought. The Bowling Green's been dominant on the glass. got many second chance opportunities, and just pretty much out physical Louisiana all over the place.
Louisiana had a good start. It was a tight first quarter. They had a brief lead after giving up the first 5 points of the game, but then Bowling Green just started really imposing their will, scoring a lot off the dribble. Ryan Hall has done very well in that regard, and if you're able to score off the dribble and controlling the rebounds, look out.
Yeah, and when you're controlling the rebounds, that means your second shot attempts are from point-blank range, and that's just been a disaster for Louisiana. And then, you know, we've talked about it. They're a pretty young club this year, so they've got some learning to do, and this is going to be a good learning experience for them tonight. Let's take our first break in the halftime show, and we'll be back, and Mark will have the stats for you in the first half. You're listening to High School Basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by State Farm agents Rod Prentice and Brenda Crawford, The Pierre, The Mash-Offs, and Wood Smoke Meats.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
The Eagles Nest Inn Bed and Breakfast in Louisiana offers inviting guest rooms, each with its own unique character and historic charm. Call or book online at theeaglesnestinbb.com.
Welcome to Vast National Bank. How can I help you?
Hey, I'm here to talk to someone about a loan.
Oh, I'll grab you the L97B. We call it the Just Talking form.
What about actually applying for a loan?
Oh my, let me pop in the toner cartridge. Hey, Bill, you want to pass me the big stapler?
Yeah, I'm just going to go to People's Savings Bank.
Skip the mega banks. When you need a loan, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Pike County Memorial Hospital, we know how important athletics are for your kids. But with an active lifestyle of sports comes health risks and safety hazards. As a certified athletic trainer at PCMH, I work closely with our primary care physicians, orthopedic doctors, and physical therapists. We can make a difference between safe play and dangerous injuries for your athletes. Working with Bowling Green Clopton and Louisiana schools, our goal is to provide the best possible outcome for your athlete. I'm Eric Schaefer, certified athletic trainer at Pike County Memorial Hospital. I'm at work while your athletes are at play.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by One Multi-Sports Complex. Pike County Mutual Insurance agents Corey Buchanan and Shelley Clucky, Gambino's Eatery, and Hannibal Regional Medical Group.
35-17 as we've got a raucous half-court shot competition going on here at half.
I know what's wrong with Jack Logan. He's trying to shoot with his hair down. He doesn't have the braids in. It's just not going to happen for him.
I can't dispute that.
Yeah, I'm going back a couple of years there. But
yes, you are.
Pittsfield ended up winning the JV game over Greeksville Perry 51-46, the final there. So they're getting ready to start in about 10 minutes or so, the varsity game.
And you're going to give us a first half scoring in this game.
How about that? For Louisiana, 2 points each from Javon Reese and Kane Mayfield. 5 points for Quincy Mooney, 8 for Jamal Blackwell. On the Bowling Green side, 3 points for Joaquin Aguilar, 4 for Jack McDaniel, 13 for Ryan Hall, 15 for Jace Eskew. As Bowling Green, they shot quite a few free throws. Eskew was 5 of 6 from the line. Hall was 0 for 1, so pretty good job shooting free throws for Bowling Green. Not so much for Louisiana. They were just 1 for 6, including 5 misses in a row from the charity stripe.
So a lot of work for Matt Boswell and his crew in the second half. As we mentioned, it's 35-17. Do we have the crew from Pittsfield? Do they want to set things up over there while we got a minute or two here?
Well, we've got Stason and April over there. Guys, are you ready to go?
Yes, we are ready in this packed house in Pittsfield. It wasn't really that busy. Then as soon as it probably got to the third quarter, every seat here is filled, and I can only assume the expectations that April and I have for this game is going to exceed those expectations.
It's going to live up to him. I just have a feeling when the band starts playing, "Hey Baby," it's going to be a good game. You want to run down the starters for this one?
Yes, I will. For the home team, Pittsfield Sakis, we're going to have number 3, Hayden Gratton, number 10, Rixton Bonds, number 14, Carter Frazier, number 24, Taylor Graham, number 40, Clayton Reinhardt. For the visiting Griggsville Perry Tornadoes, we're going to have number 3, Brody Rush, number 5, Flint Kirk, number 10, Hunter Brown, number 15, Cajun Austin, and number 23, Garrett Woodward.
All right. Well, we're getting set here. There's about 11 minutes to game time. I sure wish Jack would put his hair back in braids so that he can shoot the big half-court shot.
You know, they have ushered him off the floor. He's just not the shooter he once was. That's for sure. So is the booth going to be okay over there? I think you're spread down the middle, aren't you?
No, we're actually probably 10 rows up.
No. I meant your allegiances.
Griggsville Perry. No,
I'm a Griggsville alum.
Oh, you're a Griggsville alum. Oh, okay. All right.
There's no dividing.
And there's no divided. Okay.
We're pulling for. They usually end in ties, right?
Where do you coach golf?
Pittsfield.
Okay, there you go. That's where I said the allegiances. Although you're a grad of one, you work for another. So try and keep it civil. 35-17 our score here. We'll have the second half of the Bowling Green, Louisiana game after this on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Bibb Beach and Collier Funeral Homes, Logan Agri-Service, Bowling Green Veterinary Clinic, and Grace and Grit Nutrition.
Ackles Farm Market has locally produced beef, pork, and honey. Stop in for your farm fresh cut ribeye, New York strip, sirloin steaks, fillets, stew meat, ribs, ground beef, snack sticks, and all beef hot dogs. While there, stock up on homegrown fruits and vegetables as well. Open every day, 9 to 7. Ackles Farm Market, just off Highway 54 between Louisiana and Pittsfield.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
Ask me, Ashley Jenkins, about Shelter's auto, home, and life options.
Noah Builders in Silex is a proud supporter of all area athletes. They're a small, locally owned contractor with over 25 years of experience in custom and new home construction. Noah Builders wants to take your forever home plan and make it a reality. Call or visit Noah Builders at noahbuildersinc.com.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Eagles Bluff Golf Course, People's Bank and Trust, Pike County Health Department, and Missouri State Representative Chad Perkins.
Original starting lineups back in the game for both teams. Bowling Green has it to start the second half. A 3-ball from the corner is short. Rebounds loose and picked up by Hank Welch, and he'll score his first bucket of the night on a loose ball and stretches the lead to 20 at 37-17. If you're just joining us, we're at the Jake in Louisiana, and Bowling Green makes the steal. Turnover for Louisiana. Hall gets to the paint again, tries to get it inside, and he'll turn it right back to Louisiana. Ahead to Brown. He'll go up with the left hand. It's no good. Rebounds loose. Mooney gets it into the far corner and out of Blackwell. Blackwell led Louisiana in scoring with 8. Now to Mooney. His right wing threes off the mark, no good. And it's loose on the floor now, and Bowling Green gave it back to Louisiana. Blackwell now penetrates in, and it's off him out of bounds. So
I'm going to say they didn't give it back. Jamal Blackwell took it back.
A wild start to this second half, needless to say. But after all that, Louisiana unable to score, and they still trail by 20 with 6:43 to play in the third. Hall penetrates into the paint. Kicks it to Eskew in the near corner. Back to Hall. Hall to the free throw line, spins, hands it back to Eskew. Little two-man game. Eskew drops it down to Welch, and his shot's up and good. So Hank Welch comes out with the first 2 buckets as we start the second half.
It looks like they're making a conscious effort to try and feed Hank Welch.
Well, Louisiana obviously was coached up, and here comes Eskew with the dunk. One-handed dunk on the steal by Hall. Didn't quite get a good handle on that, but jammed it down nonetheless. And it's 41-17. I was about to say Louisiana had been coached up to stop the penetration, but they were running the weave and getting it inside to Welch. Now Louisiana on the offensive end. Blackwell left wing. He'll let it go from 3. It's off the mark, no good. And McDaniel and Mayfield fight for the rebound. Are they going to call a jump ball?
They did.
And Blackwell will take a seat, and Jalen Reese will replace him. So the 2 Reeses in the game, Jalen and Javon, along with Mayfield, and he loses it on the inbounds pass.
Got lost between his legs.
Turns it back over. Hall now moseys up between the legs across the timeline now as they're in no rush as they have a commanding lead, 41-17. Eskew kicks it down to Welch, and he does it one more time. And timeout on the floor. 43-17. It's all Bowling Green here from the Jake. 5:20 to play in the third. You listen to high school basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, Pogue Chevy Buick in Hannibal, and White Insurance Agency.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Eagle 102 Sports coverage brought to you all season long by A Taste of Philly, State Bank of Illinois, and Eolia Landscape Supply.
43-17. Bowling Green leads it over Louisiana. No full court pressure by Bowling Green here with 5:15 to go in the third, and deflected by Hall out of bounds on a cross-court pass. So Louisiana will have it between the bench and the score table right below us here, as we're up on the mezzanine level here at Louisiana High School. Get it into Brown. He's going to dribble into the double team. Gets it to Mooney. He'll get it across the timeline now, guarded by Welch. Now Hall picks up the defense. They'll get it off to Jalen on the far sideline. Now to Javon. Javon between the circles. Guarded by Eskew. Hands it off to Brown. Brown looks for some space, penetrates with the left hand, has it swatted away and stolen. Eskew winds around. He'll go up and miss the layup, but there's a whistle and a foul. And Jace Eskew will go to the line for a couple of free throws. The enthusiasm of this game and in this gym is seems to be gone.
Yeah. Javon Reese charged with the personal, his first.
And the first free throw is good by Eskew as he missed his first free throw of the night and has been perfect ever since.
That's 6 in a row.
And make it 7 as he rattles it home. And it's 45-17. Bowling Green on top. We'll check in with Pittsfield Griggsville once they get rolling over there. And we'll absolutely have time for you to have the whole second half of live action from Pittsfield, as we'll be done here more than likely. As Louisiana gets the Mooney short corner jumper is good from about 15. Quincy Mooney's got 7 now. And it's 45-19. Hall now, left wing to Eskew. Skips it back to Aguilar. Aguilar on the right side. Now to Hall. Penetrates to the free throw line, and he'll shoot a runner from 8, and it's good. He's done that a bunch in the second quarter and now in the third. And it's 47-19. Lazy pass deflected by Welch out of bounds. As Brown battled for it, but it will go off of Bowling Green as Oliver Niemeyer returns and
Joe Pitzer into the ball game for Louisiana. He replaces Jalen Reese.
Hank Welch, who's had the hot hand, takes a seat for Bowling Green. Brown has it in the corner to the lefty, fires a three, hits an air ball, goes into the other corner, is tracked down by Mayfield. Mayfield will penetrate in, goes up and misses. Split the two defenders, but missed from point blank range. Niemeyer with the rebound to Hall. To Eskew. Eskew's going to penetrate in, and he'll pick up the foul. Another couple of free throw opportunities. I mentioned they'd stop the penetration, and now not too long after I said that, it started back up.
Foul on Pitzer, his first.
As Eskew rattles home the first free throw. As he's quickly approaching the 20-point mark. In fact, just hit it. Make it 21 with that free throw. He's got 6 in the quarter, 21 for the game. A little 1-3-1 half-court trap by Bowling Green now. As Brown has it now. Gets it in the near corner to Pitzer. Back to Brown. He'll penetrate in the lane and throws it away. Stolen by Aguilar. Ahead to Eskew. He'll slow down, give it to Aguilar. He'll penetrate in, tries to drop it inside to McDaniel, but that one was too hot to handle. And goes out of bounds back to Louisiana. Into the game is number 33, Colton Johnson for Louisiana. One of their taller players. Give him a little size inside. Pitzer in the corner has his pass deflected out of bounds with 2:47 to play in the third. Bowling Green up by 30. Mooney lobs it near court to Brown. He'll go in and gets tied up by McDaniel, but McDaniel swats it out of bounds. And Louisiana will have it again. Left side of the paint underneath their own hoop. Mooney to get it inbounds to Mayfield, to Brown. Brown out to Pitzer. He'll penetrate to the paint. Hands it back to Johnson. Now to Pitzer. Loose ball picked up now and kicked out to Mooney between the circles. Down to 2:28 to play in the third. Swat away, stolen by Aguilar. He'll go up the left sideline. Pulls up now and will reset things for Bowling Green. In the corner of McDaniel. He'll shoot the three. Good. Jack McDaniel with his first three-pointer of the night. Give him 7. And that's 52-19. Mooney dribbles in a crowd, loses the handle, and it's out of bounds off of Bowling Green. Here's the thing that I see about this right now. Blackwell will come in, as does Fairchild. Bowling Green's up by 30, and they're hustling and diving on the floor, and Louisiana is not. So that should tell you everything you need to know about what's going on here. Blackwell dribbles around, check that, it's Mayfield, kicks it out to Mooney. Mooney in the high post now to Johnson. He'll hand it back to Mooney. Mooney nowhere to go. Kicks it to Johnson. His 15-footer is no good. Bowling Green with the rebound. They get it ahead to Aguilar. His scoop layup's no good, but there's Eskew for the follow. Up around the rim that time. And he tips it in, makes it 54-19, down to 1:30 to play. Blackwell, we're in the third. He'll go to the bucket, but we're going to have a whistle and a foul. They're going to say it's on the drive, I believe. Foul's going to be on Fairchild. His first, Louisiana will have it underneath their own hoop, right side of the paint. Mooney to throw it in, gets to Mayfield outside the arc in the corner. He throws to Blackwell. He wasn't paying any attention. So Aguilar will steal it. He'll go in, double pumps. His layup won't go. There's Eskew on the glass again. McDowell to Aguilar. He fakes the three. Drives in his runner from 8. Front of the rim, no good. Niemeyer's going to swat it out of bounds, but he's going to be whistled for an over-the-back foul with 1:14 to play in the third.
You don't usually see a swat that strong when you're going over the back.
He got all of it, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
54-19. Well, we mentioned we might see a similar thing in the boys' game, only reverse the teams, and that's exactly what's happened tonight. As the Louisiana girls won handily, and the Bowling Green boys are going to win handily here in the second game. Pitzer throws it away. Another turnover stolen by Aguilar. He dribbles between his legs, tries to get away from Blackwell, now to Eskew in the far sideline. He'll ball fake, drive short corner. They get it into Niemeyer inside. He'll go up in a crowd and be fouled, and Oliver Niemeyer will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Seems like the perfect spot for our first in-game Eagle 102 game break. Send it to Pittsfield. Or we won't.
He must be taking a nap.
Yeah.
As Niemeyer's first free throw rattles home. He'll get a second with 43 ticks to go in the third. Oliver rattles them both home, and it's 56-19. Under a minute to play. As Blackwell penetrates in, his scoop layup's no good. SQ with another defensive rebound for Bowling Green. I'd be frightened to know what the rebounding differential is, as McDonald's long three is no good. Niemeyer high with the rebound. Oh, his putback won't go. Rebound by Colton Johnson. He'll get it off to Blackwell. He tries to go in. He splits the defense and shoots the layup. Just the second bucket of the quarter for Louisiana. Down to 9 seconds. Aguilar into the front court. He'll penetrate in. His shot's up off the glass, no good. Rebounded by Louisiana. Down to 2, down to 1. Blackwell will fire, and it's no good. And that'll do it for the third quarter action. Your score of the Bowling Green Bobcats, 56. Louisiana Bulldogs, 21. Houston High School basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Bill Allen Auction Services, Ackles Farm Market, Hayden's Motorsports, and Thiele's Garage.
Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats is your first stop when stocking your freezer. Brown's has frozen chicken, steaks, brats, and burgers ready to go. For wholesale and custom butchering, Brown's is your first call. It's where quality meets service. Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats. For your meat processing, smokehouse meats, and homemade sausage. Just off Highway 61 in Silex.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Noah Builders, Castile's Color Wheel, Eagle's Nest Inn, and People's Savings Bank.
50 to start the fourth quarter here. Bowling Green on top. Led 15-11 in the first quarter. Outscored Louisiana 18-6 in the second and 23-4 in the fourth. Louisiana will be back in action on Friday night at North Callaway. And Bowling Green will host Highland on Thursday night. The Bowling Green girls actually will play tomorrow night at Wentzville Liberty. So Bowling Green has it to start the fourth quarter and get it into Aiden Grody, who checked in. He'll kick it out to Fairchild. He'll shoot the three, and Xander Fairchild with his first points of the game are a three-pointer. And it's 59-21, and we should be in a turbo clock situation here. 3 balls on the way. It's no good. And rebounded by Chapman, and the shot from the corner was at Jalen Reese for three. It was his first points of the night, and it's 59-24. McDaniel now gets it to Grody on the block. He shoots it off the glass, and that was a weightlifting football shot right there, wasn't it? Back comes Louisiana, and
three-point power from 3 feet out.
Right. Chitster dribbles it off his foot, and we'll turn it back over to Bowling Green. 59-24. That's the 13th turnover. Turnovers haven't been terrible in this game. 5 for Bowling Green. That's unofficial, of course. As they work it around the horn, McDaniel's open from 3. This time it won't go, and Niemeyer tries to tap it out and does, but it goes right into Javon Reese's hands, and he'll recycle things. Now penetrates down the paint, goes up in the crowd. His shot's off the mark, no good. Niemeyer with the rebound. He gets it ahead to Fairchild. Fairchild waits for help. He'll get it to McDaniel on the left wing. Now to Niemeyer, had the key to Hall. Hall dribbles to the left elbow, nothing doing there. Down to 6:20 to play in the game. 59-24 our score. Hall spins into the paint. His shot hits nothing, but Grody with the rebound, and he'll put it in off the glass.
He made the adjustment there.
Aiden Grody with his first bucket of the night. Off to Reese now for Louisiana with 6 minutes to play. He'll drive right baseline, goes up in the crowd, throws it up, and it's good. Javon Reese with the bucket and one. As he'll go to the line, we'll see who they call the foul on. It's going to be on Oliver Niemeyer, his second. And to the line goes Javon Reese for the first time tonight. And he rattles it home. And it's 61-27. Hall in no hurry for Bowling Green as he'll walk it across the timeline. Into the front court now to McDaniel. Gets it in the posted guard. He kicks it out to Fairchild. Back to McDaniel. McDaniel skip pass right wing to Hall. Hall says, I'm just going to shoot it, and it's short. Rebound to Jalen Reese for Louisiana. Down to 5 minutes to play. And he's going to pull up from three, and it's off the mark, no good. And a rebound for Bowling Green, and Coach Andrew Martinson calls timeout. We'll step aside as well. 61-27. We'll see if we can get you an update out of this break. You're listening to high school basketball on Eagle 102 Sports.
Game of the Week coverage on air and online brought to you by Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, New Cheese Pasta House, Sudsy Tub, and Griggsville Estates.
One multi-sports complex in Bowling Green is your year-round indoor facility to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Courtney at 573-324-2193 or Matthew at 573-324-8282 to schedule an appointment and to inquire about memberships. One multi-sports complex just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Eagle 102 sports coverage brought to you all season long by Cellular and Satellite, Pike County Memorial Hospital, Ackles Farm Market, and Shelter Insurance Agent Ashley Jenkins.
Here in Pittsfield, we have 5:30 to go in the first quarter. 8-5 in favor of Pittsfield. Pittsfield came out to a hot start and scored 2 3-pointers to start their first 2 possessions, and Griggsville has came back a little bit and cut the lead to 3, as Clayton Reinhardt currently is shooting free throws after he was fouled by Flint Kirk.
I say it was Hayden Gratton and Taylor Graham, each with a couple of 3-pointers to get Pittsfield off to a fast start. Garrett Woodard has helped Griggsville Perry come back. He has a 3 and then a field goal, so he has all of Griggsville Perry's 5 points.
And Woodward gets the ball and inbound off the press that Pittsfield throwing out here. Now goes up to Hunter Brown to the right-hand side, going to the paint. He puts it up. He is fouled, but they're calling it on the floor, even though the basket did go in. So Hunter will not get to shoot the free throw. The Griggsville will take it out underneath Pittsfield's basket.
We'll send it back to Louisiana.
61-27 here as the clock continues to run, as Bowling Green was unable to convert right underneath, but it goes off of Louisiana out of bounds back to the Cats as Hall will trigger it in left side of the paint as the clock is running continuously here in the fourth quarter. Hall looks and waits and waits and waits. Now he's going to have to get it in quickly to McDaniel outside the arc. They'll reset the offense to Fairchild now. Louisiana in a man-to-man to McDaniel. McDaniel off to Niemeyer beyond the arc. He's surely not going to shoot a 3, is he? Hall will, though, from left wing, and it's good.
Oh, my.
And Ryan Hall, his second 3-pointer of the game. He's got 18 for the night, and it's 64-27. Javon Reese penetrates in, kicks to Brown in the near corner. He dribbles into trouble, tries to throw it out front. It goes right through the hands of Chister, but it's tracked down by Jalen Reese. Now he'll penetrate in. His pass, kick out's deflected, stolen by Hall. Hall's going to take it to the rim. It won't go, and it's going to go off the fingertips of Niemeyer on the rebound back to Louisiana.
Braden Coleman into the ball game. Hank Welch comes back in. And who else do we have?
Brendan Schroeder, yep. Back in for Louisiana is Blackwell and Colton Johnson.
Under 3 minutes with the running clock.
64-27. We'll wrap it up here fairly quickly and get you to the Pittsfield. Hey, Blackwell will penetrate in the paint in a big crowd. Nothing doing there as it's swatted down. And Aiden Grody with the rebound. Hands it off to Nolan Jones, who's checked in as well, to Welch in the corner. Fired up, young man. Well, it hit the backboard, but I think it was supposed to be a pass.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a pass.
And it goes out of bounds off of Louisiana. And Bowling Green will have it underneath their own hoop left side of the paint.
Off the mark just a little bit.
That it was, as they'll trigger it in with under 2:10 to go in the game. Niemeyer gets it right back to Jones in the far corner. Skip past this sideline to Scherter. Scherter penetrates in. His runner's up no good. He gets his own rebound. Now he'll try and kick it out front, but it's stolen by Blackwell. Blackwell's going to try and take it to the rim, and he does, and scores a layup. Jamal Blackwell with his first bucket of the fourth quarter. He's got 12 on the night. Back comes Bowling Green. Jones dribbles into a double team, loses the handle, stolen away by Louisiana. Up quickly to Chister. He can't get the layup to go. Rebound off to Bowling Green, and now Chister ties him up and steals it away. Chaos on the floor now. They finally whip it around to Javon Reese. He'll shoot the three. It's short, and it goes out of bounds off of Louisiana. Joey Pitzer returns for the Dogs.
Start giving some scoring here as we wind down to the final minute of this ball game, so we can send it right to Pittsfield as our horn sounds. 3 points for Jalen Reese. Jamal Blackwell with a dozen. 5 for Javon Reese. 2 points for Kane Mayfield. 7 points for Quincy Mooney. That's the Louisiana scoring as Bowling Green's going to the free throw line.
Aiden Grody will go the line as the foul is on Colton Johnson.
Aguilar with 3 points for Bowling Green. Xander Fairchild with 3, 2 points each for Oliver Niemeyer and Aiden Grody. 6 points for Hank Welch, 7 for Jack McDaniel, 18 points for Ryan Hall, 23 for Jay Seskew to lead all scorers in this ball game.
As Aiden Grody makes the second free throw, so he goes to 3 points. And we're down to 10 seconds to play. Let's see what Louisiana's going to do. Blackwell's going to penetrate in and throw it up. They'll let him score. Give him 14 for the game. And that's going to do it for the game tonight. Your final score, Bowling Green 65, Louisiana 31. Bowling Green raises their record to 4-2 on the season. Louisiana drops to 3-4. The girls' game, the Louisiana Bulldogs won that game 44-16. Glad to have you with us here at the Jake. For Mark Froelich, this is Jim Ross. Take it away in Pittsfield.
Thank you very much. With 3:40 here to go in the first.